Your sports curiosity cured.
Game 5 with a fastball that's hit in the air to deep left field. Call to the track. It's the first pitch of Game 5. Davis Schneider in the George Stringer shoes, doing a great impression. How about that? Ready for a first pitch fastball and an ambush to start Game 5 of the play.
A veteran of the sports reporting game for over 25 years.
Green splits the defense. The floater in the plate. It's good. At the buzzer. Austin Reeves does it again. Wow.
Breaking down Edmonton's favorite teams.
From the very first pitch, and now Vlad Jr. hooks the ball down the left field line. They've got to start Game 5. 3 pitches in, 2-0 Toronto.
This is Sports 1440 and the Kevin Karius Show.
All right, here we go for Saul 531 Thursday, October the 30th, Halloween Eve. Absolutely amazing. Back in '69, they called them the Amazing Mets, the Amazins. The Toronto Blue Jays are taking it up another notch. Absolutely amazing. Hey, good morning. Welcome to the Kevin Karius Show on Sports 1440, presented by Sports Select on your AM radio dial on your morning drive, where we're heading out today on a Thursday, getting ready for Halloween tomorrow. You can also watch us on YouTube. It's at Sports 1440 AM. Drop us a like, a subscription. We would love that. Also on X, Facebook, Instagram. And we're always streaming on all of the platforms, iHeartRadio, the TuneIn app, even on sports1440.ca. So a plethora of places to find us. And if you miss any part of any show, it turns into one of the many, many podcasts. The TuneIn app, iHeartRadio, sports1440.ca. If you miss any part of the show, well, just search it. It's on Apple, again, Amazon, everywhere you get them. Subscribe, select the auto download. You'll never miss a second of any show. It's historic. It's amazing what the Blue Jays are doing, winning 6-1 last night to take a 3-2 series lead, all on the shoulders of a young rookie pitcher by the name of Trey Yasavich. Historic performance where you look at World Series pitching performances, and this was one for the ages. There's no other way to say it. Went 7 innings, gave up just 3 hits, had the 1 run given up, a home run by Kiki Hernandez, had 12 strikeouts. That's the most by a rookie in a World Series game. He had his splitter going like we probably haven't seen before, maybe in that Yankee game, but this was different because it's the World Series. The Jays needed a performance from a guy to get them, back to Toronto, up 3-2. His splitter usage was 3 times more than what we saw in game number 1. The whiff rate was way higher, obviously, 23 whiffs, whiff rate percentage into the 43 percentile. Number 1 by any Jays pitcher this year. And, he gets a double play in the 7th inning because he was running out of gas, man. He was running out of steam. That double play, he needed it, got out of the inning, and the Jays hammered it home from there. But this performance is absolutely one for the ages. Yesterday, Donnie P had the question for in or out about, if the Jays were to win this World Series, would, the best storyline be, and I may be paraphrasing here a little bit, would it be Nathan Lucas because of what he's accomplished, 10 years in the minors? Well, we had a texter, and I can't remember the name of the texter yesterday. What about Trey Yasavich here? Well, he's into the conversation, and then even more, because you think about where he was starting the season in A ball. And we touched on this, earlier in the week. There were 350 fans. 350 fans at his first pro start this year, and that was in the Florida State League in Dunedin for the Dunedin Blue Jays. Gets called up to A+ ball, so 1 level higher, and that's in Vancouver. So, hey, no stranger to Canada. Goes on to AA in New Hampshire for the Fisher Cats, and then gets called up to the Buffalo Bisons. And just think where the Blue Jays would be without Trey Savage. They wouldn't be playing right now had they not called him up. Had he not been ready for the call-up, had he not been ready to seize the opportunity, they wouldn't be playing right now. But boy, oh boy, did the fireworks start in the first inning. Unreal. Back-to-back home runs. John Schneider was blasted for putting Davis Schneider in the leadoff spot because, again, it's the lefty. Snell. Lucas has to come out. Someone's got to come out. And Snell is good against lefties. Davis Schneider goes into the leadoff hole, first pitch, gone. 2 pitches later, Vladimir Guerrero, gone. First time in World Series history, back-to-back home runs. Davis Schneider's dad videoing in the bleachers behind home plate. And the abuse that, like everyone was on Davis Schneider. Why would this guy be batting leadoff? Then he rips a home run. Unbelievable. And isn't it funny to think, and the Babber sent me this one. The game-winning run yesterday was on the third pitch of the game. It's weird. Like, that is crazy. When you look at the Toronto Blue Jays, and we've been talking about them all year long, you know, how scrappy they are, but they don't beat themselves. They just don't beat themselves. If someone can look at the last time that they made an error, I don't remember the last time they made an error in the playoffs. Hitch text in 833-401-1440. The 69 Mets were known as the Miracle Mets, not the Amazing Mets. Well, actually, both, Hitch. They were known as both. They were the Amazins to their local fan group, the local fan base, and they were called the Miracle Mets as well. So you're correct, but they were also called the Amazins back in the day. Getting back to the Jays, in the fourth inning, so Varsho hits one to right field. It should have been what? A single? Teoscar Hernandez botches it, plays it like a sausage, turns into a triple. Next thing you know, sacrifice fly, 3-1. Massive run. Seventh inning. Barger, single. How does he score? Wild pitch, wild pitch, wild pitch. The Jays don't do stuff like that. Man, this is unreal. I thought Buck Martinez comment about first time in the history that Major League Baseball season is going to start in a foreign country and end in a foreign country because the Dodgers were in Japan and now they're going to be in Canada. Unreal. So tonight it's a travel day. Actually, the Jays are probably sliding in and right about, they're probably just getting into their beds right now if they are. They'll have a workout today, but they traveled after the game last night. They would lose, obviously, some time in the air, 3 hours in the air, but probably just getting back into Toronto, maybe, I don't know, sometime around now, maybe a little bit before. But tomorrow it's going to be Gausman and Yamamoto. We saw Yamamoto, how dominant he was in game number 2. Expect more of the same tomorrow. You imagine how the Jays, if they can get something going with Yamamoto, and they did. They had opportunities in game number 2. They just could not get that big hit because they did string a couple of hits together, especially early on in the game. So looking forward to that. Will George Springer be able to play? Was that a smoke screen, grabbing a bat, helmet? More of a maybe smoke screen by John Schneider yesterday late in the game. Another day yesterday, another day today. Maybe he's ready at least to pinch hit tomorrow because, I mean, you have to look at it. If he's not at all ready, do you ever contemplate, and maybe you can't because you don't want to break up that team dynamic, you know, because there's something, you might need another body on the roster. Maybe you do. But man, oh man, this is so exciting. Let's bring in Donovan Paulson. Donnie P in for the Duke of Delburne, who right now is sitting in the airport getting ready to take off for Cancun, 7:30 flight. You think he's listening he's probably just boarding the plane right now.
Knowing him and the fact that he listened virtually all day yesterday, you know he's listening right now.
Well, sometimes, if you're boarding, you got to be,
He's going to.
This would be one of those planes, Donnie, where you're not like, everything's ready to go. Like it's kind of like a charter. So you're ready to go. Or do you think Duke would be one of those guys last call because he's having 2-3 Caesars this morning?
He's a last caller.
Oh, really?
I mean, let's be real here.
Duke's not a last caller.
There's no way he was in good enough shape to not be a last caller this morning. I feel like he's had the Caesars in hand. I feel like he's been popping it up for the last, I don't know, hour, maybe hour and a half, 2 hours.
Yeah. Anyway, you know, he watched the game last night, probably had a bunch of pops with a couple of buddies, and I'm sure you watched the game.
Oh, yeah.
And I want to bring in Joshy boy here too, Josh Fenwick, but maybe both you guys can attest to this. And I don't know. I think Donnie, okay, are you more of a baseball guy or a basketball guy?
Baseball, big time.
More baseball. Okay, obviously, Josh, you're more basketball.
Yeah.
I asked this to the guys over at K97 when I did my hit, and Pete Panotsky, he's from the Toronto, Ottawa area. He's been all over there. I never got this feeling in 2019 with the Raptors.
No, absolutely not.
So I don't know. I know it's 6 years later, and there's a lot of things have changed in the world, but
yeah, I think there's a little bit of a vibe with that.
Yeah.
Of, even the same thing that surrounded the Four Nations. It probably shouldn't have been as good as it was, except there was all that extra weight on it.
I mean, and obviously, okay, I remember 92, 93. You guys weren't around, but I remember that. And obviously, because of where we are 32 years later with, media, technology, everything. I mean, this is times 1,000, times 1,000,000 more with how people are amped up about it. So I don't know, where do you guys, I mean, Josh, Carter, what do you remember about 2019, Donnie? Because that would be for you. You're, I don't know how old you are, 17, what?
23.
23. Sorry, yeah, 23. So, but it's different. It feels way different. Feels better. I don't know.
I would also say, like, this team, relative to that Raptors team, this team had, media-wise, coverage-wise, had zero expectations coming into the year.
I think plus 6,000.
Yeah.
In spring training, and the Dodgers were plus 250.
Yeah. So, like, everybody thought that this team, at best, would be a fringe playoff team. At absolute best, versus that Raps trade. Obviously, Kawhi comes in and changes the whole, not changes the outlook, but you know that they're damn well going for it, and you know that they have a decent enough chance.
Yeah, and they had also fired their coach of the year winning head coach that same offseason. So I think there was a little bit of question marks surrounding the Raptors.
And I understand that the Jays have been around way longer in 77, and they built up, and you had 92, 93, and you had everything else, 2015 and things like that. But it just, this is it's a Canada-wide thing, and maybe I didn't feel that as much with the Raptors. I don't know.
Maybe for me at least, it even feels a little bit more special with this Jays team because of how massive the underdog situation was. And I mean, you listen to, we air Fox Sports after the live coverage, or the local coverage is done for the day. And you listen to Fox Sports, and
they don't even know the Jays are in the series.
At the beginning of the series, it was this is Dodgers in 3. Yeah. This is Dodgers. If they could take Dodgers in 1, I'm sure they would have. It was being projected as this massive, David versus Goliath, and Goliath looks like a puppy dog right now.
It's just fun to watch. It's just simply amazing. We've got a really jam-packed show for a Thursday. By the way, the New York Rangers are in town to take on the Oilers tonight. We'll bust that down as the morning progresses, 8 o'clock with Mark Spector. I was down at the rink yesterday, interviewed Jack Roslovic and Ike Howard. We'll run those interviews in the morning as well, probably Jack Roslovic at 7:40, Ike a little bit later in the show. But our focus is Jays, but it's also going to bust away because we got Ed Hervey, Edmonton Elks general manager, to lead things off here at 7:20. Spector is mentioned at 8 o'clock. We've got Old Chucker, Tyler Urumchuk. So how about all the titles? Oilers Nation, Blue Jays Nation, Daily Faceoff. And there's not enough hours in the day for that guy, Donnie.
I don't know if there's a busier media member in Edmonton than Tyler Renton.
There's a lot more busier guys than him.
But I'm just
kidding.
His titles are, and he does everything. He's the man.
I think we got to start, it's got to be like when you go to school and you get all your degrees. Instead of all that stuff, it's just going to be ON, BJN, DFO. You
Yeah,
know, like when
probably.
you get all those degrees and you just add up those letters behind your name.
And with the fonts I'm sending everything to you in, it must be taking up like 3/4 of a page.
No, these fonts were good.
Oh,
So the lineup was great. We'll see what happens with in or out, Donnie.
Okay. I'll try and
Well,
copy that font.
Worst case, I can always just get Schlemmer to send it over and mix the two of them together. You know?
I couldn't believe how small those fonts
We'll get Schlemmer's coming in next week with a magnifying glass.
You might need the Hubble telescope.
Cordell Woodland, our man from Baltimore, 105.7 The Fan. We will preview tonight's Thursday night football game. Keep in mind, Donnie, you got to make the pick on that one. And then Eddie will give us 3 games for Sunday, 2 in the afternoon and the Sunday nighter, and then we'll do Monday night. So be on your toes today, Donnie. And then Laddie Schmeen will be with us around 9:30. We got Molly Walker, New York Rangers reporter. Didn't see her down at the rink yesterday, but Molly will be with us at 10:20, just right before the Rangers skate down at Rogers Place ahead of tonight's game against the Oilers. When we come back, Ed Hervey, Double E, GM. It's the Kevin Karius Show with Donnie P. And we've also got Joshy Boy in the house as well on Sports 1440, presented by Sports Select. We're streaming on YouTube, X, Facebook, and Instagram.
You'll see us digging holes. No, we're not looking for buried treasure. You'll see us digging trenches as well. And no, we're not building a fort. We're GS Construction, and you'll see us in neighborhoods throughout the Edmonton area. So what are we doing? GS Construction provides rehabilitation and upgrade services to Edmonton and surrounding communities. Some of our underground utilities have served us for years and are past their useful lives. We replace them, so they're around for years to come. Find out more at gsconstruction.ca.
Monopoly Double Play is back at McDonald's. So let's practice winning.
Jack,
You
last
just won 25 grand and go.
Yes.
I
just
said
maybe
25
describe your
grand.
goal that you
That's what I'm talking about. Yeah.
Much better. Okay, now you just won a brand new Chevrolet Corvette.
but
I think she just fainted. Impressive. Feel like a winner on pack and in app. Monopoly Double Play is back.
Yep.
While supplies last, 1 in 5 chances to win game piece prizes at outset. Chances to win draw prizes depend on number of entries in each draw. Cash
Thanks for
prizes
this.
pay
Good luck
like
against the
transfer.
Rangers.
See rolls in app.
At Fountain Tire, get up to 15% off select tires, up to $125 off a set of 4 select Goodyear tires, and $50 off $150 service until December 13th. Restrictions apply. Book today. Fountain Tire. We're on this road together, Canada.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
Carve out for a cause at the Jason Greger Pizza Pig Out, presented by GS
against the Rangers,
Construction.
and then on the
Thursday,
weekend
November
against the
6th at the
Thank you,
Canadian
appreciate
Ice House. Indulge in unlimited
Oh.
pizza from amazing local pizzerias while you help raise some dough for kids' sport. Then vote for your favorite slice to help crown the People's Choice Award winners. Tickets to join Edmonton's biggest and best adult pizza party are just $30. Head to jasongregerpizzapigout.com for more details and to buy tickets.
Hey, Sports 1440 is your front row seat to the wild world of sports. Local legends, national headlines, and everything in between. Your game, your station. This is Sports 1440.
It's a new season, Edmonton, which means it's time for new offers. Play Alberta is offering odds boosts on every Oilers game all season long. This is your chance to score big. And for a limited time only, our listeners can get an exclusive $50 free bet when they deposit $50 using code Greger50. That's code Greger50 for an exclusive $50 free bet. Alberta wins with Play Alberta. Must be 18 plus to play. If you gamble, please use your game sense. PlayAlberta.ca.
Can an energy provider make you feel carefree? We think so, because who doesn't like to be surrounded by good energy? Great rates always. Gimmicks never. Perks that reward your loyalty and energy experts who know what's what. Carefree just feels good. Encore by Emcor, your carefree electricity and natural gas provider.
Customers are free to purchase natural gas or electricity services from a retailer of their choice. For a list of retailers, visit ucahelps.alberta.ca or call 310-4822 toll-free.
Heard of Uline? You know, the have-it-all in-stock, ready-to-deliver shipping and industrial supply specialists. The company that does things for you that are unheard of, like keeping 41,000 items in stock in our own warehouses. With customer service reps on the line to get you what you need, when you need it, 24/7, 365, every time. Maybe you heard it here first. Want to hear more? Visit uline.ca. ULINE, your shipping and industrial supply specialists.
Canada, Crave is now the exclusive streaming home of Jeopardy and Wheel of Fortune.
Let me hear you if you want to win.
two of the most iconic game shows in television history.
You never know what's going to happen around here.
Stream new seasons next day on Crave.
I'm excited already.
Plus, dive into a massive library of classic episodes, which include Canadian legend Alex Trebek.
Answer. Daily Double.
Jeopardy and Wheel of Fortune. Stream now, only on Crave. Subscribe at crave.com.
Portions of this hour brought to you by Nectar.io, transforming field data into boardroom insights. Nectar.io is the all-in-one solution for your fleet safety, time tracking, and materials management needs. Nectar.io, your business made better.
A veteran of the Edmonton sports scene for over 3 decades, the Kevin Karius Show, powered by Sports Select.
Bet on the original at sportselect.com. Please play responsibly.
All right, welcome back to the big program. 7:21 in Edmonton. Just hooking up with Ed Hervey momentarily. The Kevin Karius Show is brought to you by, presented by our title sponsor, Sports Select. Get on the action with hockey. We got Thursday night football tonight. Not Oilers. What more do you want? Bet on the original at sportselect.com. It's 100% legal. You got to be 18 years plus. Please play responsibly. Text line 833-401-1440. Man, oh man. A lot of Jays talk, obviously. Steven Wetaskiwin says, Trey, you freaking savage. Wow. What an outing. 1 game to go. Almost unbelievable. Matt Leduc says, considering the location of your studio, Molly, as in Mall Walker, sounds like the perfect radio stage name for a 1440 on-air personality. Well, maybe Josh Fenwick would want to change his on-air name to Mall E. Walker. Why not? You could do it, Josh. You could do it. Edmonton Elks wrapped up their season on Friday. Lost to Calgary to finish the regular season with a record of 7 wins and 11 losses. On Monday, we had President and CEO Chris Morris to talk about the business angle of things and looking back on the year. Today, we've got Ed Hervey, General Manager of the team. Morning, Ed. You're with Kevin Karius. Thanks for jumping on Sports 1440 this season to put a wrap on 2025 for the Double E. Appreciate it, man.
Yeah, no problem. How you doing this morning?
Doing good here, Ed. Hey, have you got Jays fever too, man, right now?
Say again?
You have Blue Jays fever right now? I mean, this is capturing.
No.
Isn't it
no,
unreal?
No. I'm from Los Angeles. So.
I knew, Ed. I knew. I was just trying to get you, man.
No, I'm not. If I have any kind of flu, it's not, trust me, it's not that kind of fever.
I thought maybe, I could sneak one out. Yeah, I mean, you grew up with the Dodgers, and I mean, who was your favorite? And you were a big baseball guy too, right? So
yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Who were your favorite Dodger guys when you were growing up there?
Hershiser was a big, I was a big fan of Oral Hershiser.
Yeah.
Obviously Kirk Gibson and the big home run. I grew up Dodger fan. Like my mother loved them. So, anything my mother loved, I loved. Right. So it was just that big deal for me. So seeing the Dodgers last year beat the Yankees and win was big for me, especially with the year.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, hey, I love baseball, and this is the beauty of baseball. Like anything is possible, anything can happen. That's why the series is so exciting. And just looking forward to tomorrow, and hopefully we can get to tie things up, and then for Game 7. And let's see if we can get it to Game 7. But it's been an exciting series, regardless of who your allegiance is.
Yeah. No, I was just busted your what. I thought I could maybe get you to say something you didn't want to say. And did you say you were a center fielder last time we were talking?
Yeah. I was center fielder. My coaches back then would always, I can cover so much ground, right? Because I could run. So it was, that was a big thing for me. I played a little second base and pitched. But, if I was ever going to, do baseball and like pursue it, the outfield was going to be definitely going to be the area where I was going to pursue and try to make a career of.
Yeah. Ed Hervey with us, Double E GM on the Kevin Karius Show on Sports 1440. So as you heard, we had Chris Morris on Monday give us sort of an all-encompassing evaluation of what he thought the season was from a business standpoint. Let's go from your perspective as a GM, maybe just to start things off, Ed, kind of an all-encompassing evaluation of what you saw on the field with your team.
Yeah, what I seen was kind of what I had thought from the outset, right? Like that we were going to come in, we were going to be the team that didn't have the continuity that everyone else had, but given the circumstances that we were coming into, we needed to make changes in the building. We needed to make changes throughout for the sake of what we were trying to build. And I believe that with the character and the guys that we had, I think we started to make strides as the season went on. As I stated in my my end of season pressers, that giving these players the opportunity to get to know each other. And once they started to build that trust with one another, and that's in the building, that's on the field, and that's, in their times of spending time together outside the building, and had given them an opportunity to discuss. I know we have competitors on this team. I know we have guys that are really committed to their craft, and it was just a matter of time before they started to pull together and do the things outside of the 4.5 hours in which the coaching staff has them, to start pulling together and start doing things and really taking ownership of the on-field performance. And I think fans, hopefully fans got a chance to really see the potential of this roster as we're moving forward. But for myself, I was very pleased with how we started to play and how things started to come together. And then when I look at the roster, going into the off season with there's still areas that we have to, improve and work on, but that's now becomes just football. It's not trying to, build continuity and do those things. I think we have that going into next year, and we look at the roster, there'll be minor changes here and there. And also when we hit training camp next year, the systems from the coaches to the players will be familiar. The players will be familiar with one another, and the hope there is that everyone comes into camp healthy, ready to go, and we can hit the ground running and actually start fast, because at that time the continuity of knowing what we're doing and how to play with one another will work and give us a great chance to compete next year for a championship.
Ed, you used that word continuity there 3-4 times in your answer. There will always be roster turnover year to year. That's just a fact of life. How do you balance what you want to have? Because, this has been your plan and Chris's plan since day one with that continuity. But how do you balance with bringing guys in as well?
I think that now it's really the evaluation. It's a fair evaluation to the roster, right? It's going through what we're going through here over the last few days and the next week, where we are kind of meeting with the players, getting feedback from staff, talking through the highs and lows of everything this year, things that we can improve on, and then going into our evaluation of the roster from a personnel standpoint, and being honest with ourselves with respect to where we were good, which players can give us a chance moving forward, which players we want to continue to work with, and looking at the roster from a standpoint of potential free agents. Is there any potential area that there are free agents that could very well be available to us, and how they compare to what we're trying to do here, not only schematically, but how they fit into what we're doing in our quest to improve the roster. I think that's just natural football business. There's nothing really personal in those decisions. It's just how do we improve and how do we get better? And I think the balance in that is to ensure that we still bring in the right kind of people that come into our building. We know they play at a high level, and also they fit what we're trying to do, whether it be on offense or defense, and in some cases in special teams play. And I think from there, if we're honest with ourselves and really look at it through that lens, it will give us the chance that we all want to be successful, and for our fans and our people that work within the building that understands that our main commitment is to put the best product on the field, and I think that's where we're on our way to.
Double E GM Ed Hervey, our guest on the Kevin Carey Show on Sports 1440. So at quarterback, Ed, is this priority number one? Do you believe Cody Fajardo is the guy that you want to go with in the future? And can he coexist here with Trey Ford when you bring the money factor into it, what Ford makes?
And I think that's a big question for us as we're going through this evaluation process, right? And remember, Cody has his decisions to make as well. I mean, I know he talked about his family and his pursuit, whether he wants to continue doing this. That's kind of how I understood, is that he has to talk with his family whether he wants to continue his career. So I think, and then on our end, we're in the early stages of our evaluation, our player evaluation, and along with the player evaluation comes the compensation and financial evaluation as far as how our roster can be put together next year, because again, it's all, we have a cap, and we have to ensure that everything we do, it falls within that, and the players that we bring in, the players that are returning, how we extend, and all of those things factor into that. But I think it's a bit early to determine how that's going to look. But obviously, as we're sitting here today, we're really excited about what we have in the room. It's just how to make it work, and by making it work, work to where everyone is somewhat happy and feeling good about where their appreciation from the club for them, and being able to move forward and give ourselves a chance to be successful on the field.
So when you say about Cody Fajardo and he wants to talk about his family, I mean, he's going to be a 34-year-old football player next year. Is there a chance that he goes, you know what, I had a hell of a run here. I mean, I won a great cup. I was MVP, and, I had some great years in Saskatchewan. I had a blast last year in Edmonton. You think there's a chance that he goes, maybe it's time to look at something else career-wise?
I think that, there's always those possibilities. Just in talking with him, he's really, his family is extremely important to him. I know his wife and his being away from his kids. The conversation that he and I had, we didn't talk anything about, contract or futures. We said, we'd give it some time to debrief, give me some time to talk with the staff, talk with Mark, and moving forward. And he wants to have a chance to talk with his wife and discuss their family situation. But we did agree that we would, talk in the next couple of weeks, and definitely said that, we want to have some idea of where we're headed, whether it's him and his future, us and ours, and being able to find opportunities to really, start dialogue either way by the start of this December. So we got some time there as far as our conversations are concerned. I think everyone needs a little time to decompress. We've had a really good season, but also physically the toll, being away from his family, give him a chance to rest in that regard. And for myself, we're meeting here, and we got different things going on within our building that we're trying to, stay in front of. But there's plenty of time to get into that. But next week will be when I start really focusing on the roster and everything else as far as what we're doing and starting to plan out. But this week is the opportunity for us internally, personnel and coaching staff, to really kind of hone in on those early things that, what we're good, what could change, how we can improve, and some of the other factors that I like to make certain that we discuss while it's still fresh on our minds.
When healthy, your linebacking core is as good as it gets. You got a wealth of riches, really, when it comes to, Morgan and Anderson. We knew what they did last year. Injuries hurt them this year. Joel DeBlanco came out, guns a-blazing this year. How do you go about that? You had some comments in the exit meetings last Saturday about, it's going to be tough to keep these guys all together. Can you?
Yeah, I think where we talk about those and we make those decisions, right, we deal with the cap, right? And it's not anything against anyone. We like all those guys. And if we can find a way to make things work, absolutely, we would do those things. where I was going with it is to ensure that everyone understands, like, the CFL gives us a cap and we have a team to improve. It wasn't, where we're pushing someone out or someone isn't, doesn't fit the realities of our job is to ensure that we how do we get better, right? And I think that's the underlying realities of building teams here in the CFL. If we can, again, as we're evaluating our roster and we're looking to move forward, we're gonna do our best to put the best roster on the field, have the best depth that we can possibly have within our cap, and give our fans and all the people that support us every confidence in the world that we're doing everything within our power to give ourselves a chance to compete for the championship, which is what we do here, which is what our expectations here are, and more importantly, is what this is all about. So as we're looking at the roster, we have a wealth of talented players here. We got some guys that we're really excited about. We have some veterans that got banged up that we have so much faith in. But as young guys emerge, Karius, as you know, guys, it starts to what do? You have a wealth of all these guys and everyone's going to want to play and everyone's going to want to compete. It's how do you make those things work and keep everyone happy, I think, is the biggest part of how we construct this roster.
And part of that roster construction yesterday was the signing, the extension for Tyrell Ford. Maybe just a quick comment on that, Ed.
Yeah, absolutely. I think the Tyrell Ford signing for us was big on so many fronts, right? I mean, obviously he's an elite talent, and he was someone that we were very excited to go out and pursue in free agency and bring here. But I think his commitment to extend is, in my belief, a small example of what we're doing here, and players willing to commit and stay, after being other places. And I believe that what we're doing and the players who have actually had a chance to be here and see, what we're doing, is starting to understand that we're really in the process of building something special. I'd like to believe that we're changing the narrative of this place, and this is a bold statement without Tyrell having to say it, is that it is okay to come here and commit. And I think for us that's very important as we are looking to build, again, I'm going to use that continuity word again, build continuity not only within our roster but within the guys that are here and that want to stay here and plan to be here during the off season. We have a lot of guys that have approached us that say they want to stay and that they're going to stay. The numbers have increased so much. So I think that goes to what we're doing here, Chris, and it starts with Chris Morris. But what we're building here, players are starting to feel that they're appreciated and the comfort of just being treated like professionals. And that's going to pay dividends for us in the future. And again, it starts with these type of signings when you can keep your elite players and high profile guys on your team for extended years.
Yeah. Hey, Ed, thanks for leading things off this morning. As always, really appreciate it. It's going to be an interesting off season for you. How about an interesting Game 6 tomorrow night in the World Series? And you've always said, how many times you said, don't beat yourself, don't beat yourself. Well, so many times in this series, we've seen the Dodgers beat themselves. That has to stop for them to have any success. But
that's sports, right? That's sport. Again, this is why they play the game, right? It's the old adage, right? But if it was just based on paper, right, why play the game?
Yeah, exactly.
And it gives the guys an opportunity to play, and that's why win or lose, I just love watching it. I try to watch every minute, everything, and analyze it and enjoy it. So let the best team win, but go Dodgers.
I thought maybe I could get you on that first question with the Blue Jays fever. Sorry, man. Hey, Ed, thanks for this. We'll see you soon, big guy. Thanks, man.
No problem. All right, no problem.
That's Ed Hervey, double E GM. So many things that he's got on his plate last night. I thought I could maybe swing him. We've talked about the Dodgers, Ed and I, for 25 years. I thought maybe Blue Jays fever maybe was somehow was going to take him over. Not a chance. Not for a guy coming from Compton. You talk about a hard place that Ed came out of, man. He has told me some stories from growing up in Compton that to be honest with you, I can't even believe that he repeated them. Can't even believe that. But he's got a lot of work to do. And again, it's that fine line of continuity. That's the roster that they wanted to put together. But there's always going to be turnover. The biggest takeaway of that is Cody Fajardo. I mean, again, he turns into a 34-year-old football player. Ed says, he talked about family, talked about you, and you know how spiritual. He's a very spiritual guy, Cody Fajardo. There's always something out there when you're looking at the big picture. Some guys have blinders on, and this is all I see right now. And then at the end of their careers, you go, hey, man, there's other stuff that's been going on out there. I missed out on a lot of stuff that's been happening. So Cody Fajardo, and all the conversations that I've had with him, is not like that guy. He's the other way around. Would it surprise me that he goes, you know what? Again, I played 10 years in the league. I won a Grey Cup. I was the MVP. I had a hell of a run. I'm going to go do something else. Wouldn't that be something? Then where do they go? And again, monetarily, you can't coexist. The two guys, unless Trey Ford wanted to come back under a totally restructured contract, because he's making big bucks and you can't pay that to a backup, where his hard money is at about $250,000 and his max with everything else is at about $360,000. You can't. It's impossible, because you know that Fajardo's going to have a big bump in his salary than what he was making last year. Hey, when we come back, we'll preview the Rangers and Oilers and put the spotlight on, the focus on Jack Roslovic. It's starting to come for him, isn't it? You saw that last game. Went through, 3-4 guys, and then Rattle went off the crossbar. It's starting to come. It's starting to come for him. It's a Kevin Karius Show with Donnie P, Josh Fenwick on Sports 1440, presented by Sports Select. We're also streaming on YouTube, X, Facebook, and Instagram.
Wing Wednesday at First Round. Whether you're coming for the first round, the last round, or a few rounds in between, they've got you covered with half-price wings every Wednesday night. Half-price wings. Over 35 delicious flavors like Cajun salt and pepper, maple bacon, and Inferno wings, now half price every Wednesday night. Wash them down with a cold pint of Canadian or Coors Light for only $5.75. Half price Wing Wednesdays at First Round in West End and now downtown. First Round, burgers, beer, sports.
Whether you're a craft beer connoisseur or more of a wine aficionado, there's always something new to discover at Sherbrooke Liquor, a unique, family-owned, independent liquor store. The selection, incredible. The non-alcohol section is also very impressive. Sherbrooke Liquor, expert, knowledgeable staff with a passion for unique finds. More than just a liquor store, we're a community. Alberta's best, the one and only Sherbrooke Liquor. Wine, spirits, and oodles of beer. Visit SherbrookeLiquor.com.
Hi, Mike here from Northgate Chevrolet Buick GMC. I'm super excited to tell you today that we have fed over 250 families so far with our Feed 500 Families event. With that said, we are still short of our goal. We have decided to continue this on through to the end of October. With your help and your support, we can get this done. Please stop in and see us today, 13215 97th Street, or visit us online at northgategm.com.
Michelle and Colette are sisters. Sisters who don't agree on much, especially when it comes to which hockey team is the best.
Edmonton is the best, baby. Vancouver's #1.
Even when it comes to meat snacks from Wilhawks.
I love the Harris Schwiener. The ham sausage rules.
But they will agree.
Wilhawk beef jerky is the best.
It might just be the only thing Alberta hockey fans can agree on.
Others can try to imitate, but no one can duplicate Wilhawk beef jerky. Only available in Leduc. Get yours today, because you don't win friends with salad.
Hey everybody, it's Jason Strudley. How would you like to join me and the superstars of hockey on an exotic holiday? Join us on a 7-night cruise through the Mexican Riviera, leaving from Los Angeles and including Cabo, Mazatlan, Puerto Vallarta, and more. While we relax and cruise the tropical waters, you can attend an intimate meet and greet with legends like Bill Ranford, Fernando Pisani, Kelly Buckberger, Ron Lowe, Gene Principe, Jack Michaels, Louis DeBrusque, and more. there's still time to get in on every hockey fan's dream cruise. Book now and save $500 per couple. The Edmonton Hockey Legends Cruise. Price start at just $23.99. Part of the proceeds support the Ben Stelter Foundation and Kids with Cancer.
Visit cast.tours/Edmonton. Call 1-833-347-7678. Call now to book and save $500 per cabin when you mention promo code Stingray Radio. That's cast.tours, 1-833-347-7678.
King Jesus! Buddy, quit rolling up to the barn looking like it's grade 9 grad and you're wearing your dad's old work suit. Do yourself a favor and call Game Day Suits.
Game Day Suits is Alberta-based and makes fully customizable, made-to-order suits. Perfect for hockey teams, wedding parties, or even the office crew. Book your free consultation at GameDaySuits.ca.
I'm rocking one right now. I look deadly.
You know they can't see you, right?
Okay, Mr. Announcer, you want to go, tough guy?
Game Day Suits!
Just in time for the morning skate. This is the Kevin Karius Show on Sports 1440.
Fifth inning? Doesn't say who it was, though. Oh, yeah. All right, welcome back to the big program. Man, Josh Fenwick doing some hard details. We're going to talk about the Jays defense in a second. Couple of texts. King of Fort Nasty texts in two things. Good morning, KK and Donnie P. Yasavich climbed the depth chart, I guess, almost as quickly as Donnie the exec climbed the corporate ladder. Man, do you have a parking spot here now, Donnie, that I'm unaware of? Or is it, do you still have that parking spot down at where is it, Rogers or Commonwealth, where you just turned around because you couldn't find a spot, or what? Was that 2 years ago? When was that?
Oh man, yeah, that was
you were going to the Hall of Fame room.
Yeah. No,
Nowhere to park. See you later. Turning around.
It was yeah. That was 2 years ago, but no, I don't have an official parking spot here yet.
Yeah,
but I think the pass is in the mail.
Of places to park here.
Hey, try coming in here for pre and post game around Black Friday.
Okay, that's 1 day a year.
Even Christmas, like the entire month of December, it's a zoo. There is nowhere to park. You're having to park in the absolute boonies.
Back to the defense. Barger had the catch in right field in the sixth inning off of Ohtani. That was amazing. King says, is Barger putting himself in MVP talks? I said, no. Then he called me a hard ass. Warren texts in and says, the Jays' defensive play has been unreal. The Barger diving catch on Ohtani, Vlad snag at first and reaching for first base to get the out. Yeah, Warren, you're bang on. And again, Josh Fenwick goes back. The last error the Jays made was in the ALCS in game number 2 against the Seattle Mariners. And it was that ground ball that Andres Jimenez got to it short, spun around, fired it into the dugout, and it hit Suarez, who was sitting on the steps. Is that correct, Josh? Yes. That's the last error these guys made. Look at all the passed balls yesterday. Wild pitches. And there were some crazy ones. Snell was, he threw 115, 113. He ran out of steam too. But we had another texter. Hey, maybe Will Smith is a little tuckered out after 18 innings catching in game 3. Brought that up as well. I thought it was the right move to take Kirk out after 12. Again, Rangers and Oilers. Yesterday, I had a great conversation with Jack Roslovic, and again, it's starting to come for him, isn't it? Jack, last few games, things are starting to really come for you, getting a lot of good chances, good looks. Are you starting to feel that way too?
Yeah, a lot of good chances. I've been fortunate enough to play with some good players, have a great line that we've started to, have a little bit of success over the last couple games. But, the only thing is, at the end of the day, when you're put in a situation like that, you have to score. Chances are great, but bearing down and putting it in the back of the net, is what is important. So chances are good. It's always a good sign, but you need to put some in now.
Run down that chance you had against Utah, man. You went around a couple guys. Was it post or crossbar?
Crossbar. A couple of crossbars yesterday. So, like I said, just being able to put it a couple inches lower would be nice. But just we stress about playing fast and keeping the D's on their heels. So when we need to have our talent take over, it does. So it was just one of those plays where I saw an opening and got through it.
Must be so cool when you see that. And I mean, the seas kind of part for you a little bit, but you're also looking at maybe a move or two ahead.
No, it's kind of just a reactionary thing. You don't really see that necessarily a couple steps ahead. Maybe other players do, but it's a read and react kind of sport.
11-7 last night. Every defenseman you talk to said, we don't like this. We don't like this. Forwards, maybe you do. I mean, you saw some time even, with like Howard and Tomashik. How was it like last night? Maybe just to get a different look every now and then.
Yeah, it's interesting. I mean, I've been out of the lineup on 11-7. I've been on the 2 forward line 11-7. I've been on the first line 11-7. I think the mission kind of stays the same. You have a job to do, and it doesn't really matter who you do it with, kind of thing. But no, it's definitely a little bit more strenuous on the forwards. But for me, it's you get to you stay a little bit more eager almost. But no, it's I like to just say I just work here, so not my decision to make. I'll do whatever I need to do when my name is called.
Again, you talked about the lines moved around a little bit, maybe finding a little bit of chemistry. What's it like? You've seen with Connor and Leon, and what's it been like to play with guys like that, especially Leon here?
Yeah, really, really easy. Easy may not be the right word, but very creative, very effortless, I guess to say. You still are working really hard, but pucks seem to find you more. You seem to be in the right spots a lot more. Defensively, it's very, very steady, and you get the other team's top lines, which is a great motivator for upping your game.
Anyone comparable that you've played with in the past, whether it be Columbus, Winnipeg, anywhere that something similar that you're seeing now?
No, I mean every one of these superstars kind of have their own kind of gift, I should say. I obviously playing with Matthews and juniors was one of the the steps that one of the great players that I've been able to play with. But very different in a player than Leon. I'd like to say that Leon's got 2 forehands, so it's nice to be out there and you're always ready for the puck, and with him you can always get it. So it's nice to have some of those just land on your tape, and that usually wouldn't. Not to take away anything from anybody else in the league. I mean, I don't do it. So a lot of good players, but Leon has been really easy to play with. Pods has been great. He's bulldog on the puck, which is really really a good balance for our line.
What about Chris Knobloch? It's been a few weeks now since you've been here, getting comfortable with him. He's getting comfortable with you. Do you have over the course that you played with guys over the years, and I mean coaches, pardon me, that you played for over the years? Is there something that you see maybe in the past, could be Carolina, wherever, that you might see a little bit here?
Yeah, it's not necessarily fun being on 4 teams in 2 years, but you do. There are perks to it. You get to see, what other coaches think, what smart hockey minds, how they process it, how they play, which is just another one to the addition for knowledge, and to be able to, take away something from him. So far, it's been, just trying to play my game. And, every time you go into a new team, you have to build trust, build a rapport. I've played 500 games, but I've only played 9 or whatever it is here now. So new system, new set of eyes, which, is good, but also at the same time, something that, you want to try to stay away from as best you can.
What about off the ice? I mean, it's something new. You got to get familiar with the city, little things, rink, everything like that. What's that been like for you?
Yeah, well, I played in Winnipeg for 4 years, so it's similar in some ways. I think more of the temperature is similar, but the city seems to be nice. It's been kind of a whirlwind of getting my things here and getting settled into a house, which I have. So feeling settled has been nice. The guys have been very supportive in, finding a place, finding restaurants, helping me find my footing around the town. So yeah, it's been nice.
Hey, Jack, thanks for this. Good luck against the Rangers.
Yep, thank you.
Conversation with Jack Roslovic yesterday following practice. He's got a good sense of humor. He's kind of got that kind of a few things here and there that you pick up while you're talking to a guy one-on-one. He's +4 on the year, 1 goal, 2 assists. And as we said, and he's feeling it too. I mean, that time he went through 2-3 guys, the other night against Utah, and then ripped one off the bar. He's another crossbar too. So, I mean, it's coming close for him, and he's getting involved in the play. When we come back, Mark Spector will be with us. We'll touch on tonight's game. Also, Zach Hyman, who's week to week still for a while. And obviously, Toronto, lots of stuff happening in Toronto. Anything with the Jays, maybe? I don't know. Spec will get his 2 cents in on that. Before that, time now for a Sports 1440 update brought to you by Nectar.io. Learn more about how we can help your business automate processes, streamline operations, and save money at Nectar.io. Nectar.io, your business made better. Here's Donnie P.
This is the Sports 1440 update.
On the diamond last night, it was Game 5 of the World Series. The Jays toppled the Dodgers 6-1 off the back of back-to-back homers for the Jays, and the most strikeouts ever in a World Series by a rookie. Trey Savage goes 7 strong innings with 12 Ks. The lone game from the NHL last night saw the Blue Jackets double up on the Leafs 6-3. In case you missed it, NFL news, the Detroit Lions have agreed to an extension with edge Aiden Hutchinson. It's 4 years, $180 million with $141 million guaranteed. NBA action, the Raptors fell to the Rockets 139-121. The Celtics topped the Cavs 125-105. The Mavs over the Pacers 107-105. And the Lakers over the T-Wolves 116-115 via buzzer beater. Coming up right after the break, it's Sportsnet's Mark Spector. I'm Donovan Paulson. That's your Sports 1440 update.
Sports 1440 in West Edmonton Mall and Wetaskiwin. CKJR is a Stingray radio station.
Listen wherever you go.
Monopoly Double Play is back at McDonald's. So let's practice winning. You just won 25 grand and go.
Yes.
I said 25 grand.
That's what I'm talking about. Yeah.
Much better. Okay, now you just won a brand new Chevrolet Corvette. I think you just fainted. Impressive. Feel like a winner on pack and in-app. Monopoly Double Play is back. While supplies last, 1 in 5 chances to win game piece prizes at outset. Chances to win draw prizes depend on number of entries in each draw. Cash prizes payable by e-transfer. See rules in-app.
The Hockey Super League is proud to launch its 9th season, delivering independent, borderless hockey. This year, over 125 teams will compete across Alberta, Saskatchewan, and for the first time ever, Colorado, USA, with showcase style action, cross-province rivalries, and a strong commitment to player development. The HSL is the premier destination for families seeking balance and athletes chasing the next level. The Hockey Super League. Hockey without limits. For athletes born in 2013 to 2018, visit hockeysuperleague.com to learn more.
You wanted local sports on weekends. Saturday mornings at 9, check out the Saturday Sports Setup, where we'll tee up what's happening on the weekend sports scene. Tune in Saturday morning at 9 on Sports 1440.
Getting in on the sports action you want is as easy as playing at sportselect.com. Simply make your picks online, generate your QR code, and lock in your bet at your local Lotto Spot retailer. Then sit back, watch the game, grip your chair, and high-five anyone nearby. Every bet is 100% legal with the chance of winning cash in hand. Sports Select. When you're ready to play, bet on the original. Must be 18 plus to play. Play responsibly.
Is your company drowning in paperwork and administrative tasks? Do you need more data to make better decisions? Nectar.io is your company's all-in-one solution for fleet and materials management, safety, time cards, and GIS-based project management. Now is the time to capture and transform field, site, and shop data into boardroom-level business intelligence, all with one login. Visit Nectar.io to book a demo today. Nectar.io, your business made better.
Well, looks like those hot sunny days are done. No more birthday soup by the pool for this guy.
Ew.
You're welcome, neighbors. Back to faux fur and flannel because it's fall, and it's also the perfect time to tackle those projects we've all been putting off, starting with the trip to Metal Supermarkets, of course. Metal cut to your precise measurements fast. The local convenience stores for Southside, West End, metalsupermarkets.com.
Hey there, this is your wake-up call. It's time to change to your winter tires. Unless you want to be sliding and swerving around icy roads like you're some kind of dummy, head to Big Toy Shop and get it done right for a great price. We won't lie to you, inflate your bill, or waste your time. Time to change your tires. Big Toy Shop, 8315 Argyle Road. 780-298-2797.
With over 30 years of sports experience, this is the Kevin Karius Show, brought to you by Sports Select.
Bet on the original at sportselect.com. Please play responsibly.
All right, welcome back to the big program. 8:02 in Edmonton. Kevin Karius, Donnie P, Josh Fenwick with you on Sports 1440. Time now for On the Mark, brought to you by Northgate Chevrolet Buick GMC. They got 0% financing for 84 months on half-ton trucks. Can that even be a thing? Well, 0% is a thing, and it is real. Even Mikey Lowe told me to read it twice. That's what he says. You got to do it. It's at Northgate Chevrolet Buick GMC. This truck's for you as we welcome in Mark Spector from Rogers Sportsnet. Good morning, Spec.
Oh, boy. Big night last night, Kev.
Oh,
big night.
So many things to break down again, but I mean, it's like a team of destiny right now, these Toronto Blue Jays. It's just everything they're doing. They're pressing all the right buttons for the most part, and the players are responding, and man, it's fun to watch.
Yeah, Savage was the guy last night. Like, what was this? His ninth start, I think his fifth in the playoffs, and his second in the World Series. He really looked like, I thought he took a huge step. Like, he looked, I'm not inside his head, but he looked mentally like, okay, I do belong here. I am ready for this, and I can give you, 7 strong. And he just was he looked like probably like the Savage that was pitching in Double-A 4 or 5 months ago, who knew that he was in control and could do whatever he wanted because he wasn't tentative, didn't get, when something bad happened, he didn't look like his confidence was shaken. I just thought he went from being 22 years old to 30-year-old last night. Like, he was confident and good. Oh, they couldn't touch him.
I mean, when you look at where his season started, I mean, it was in Dunedin in the Florida State League, Spec, and we talked about this. His first start, there were 350 fans. I mean, last night with his 12 strikeouts, the most by a rookie, the 11 strikeouts, I think it was Don Newcomb, some other guys might have had 11. They walked guys. He never walked a guy last night. I mean, pinpoint control.
Yeah, really great start at the huge moment too. Like, obviously 60,000 at Dodger Stadium and 10 million watching you around the world or more. Like, he came of age very quickly last night. I think he felt like, okay, you know what? I've been pretty good so far, but this is what I can do on this stage. And he came out and gave us what he's really all about. Like, unbelievable, just impressive to watch and fun for a Blue Jays fan. And, a couple of home runs to start the game. Who hits the first pitch of the game out of the yard? Like, that was crazy, man.
Wow. And everyone was giving John Schneider the gears for, what are you batting Davis Schneider leadoff for? What are you doing?
Yeah.
you know. And I got a text from a buddy that said, hard to believe that the third pitch of the game was the winning run last night.
Good point.
Yeah.
You know what? I think you just got like I hear some criticism of John Schneider too, and I think you just got to look down from 30,000 feet and quit looking at every single tiny decision and trying to find something wrong with it. The guy managed his team that no one, not many people really were sure was a playoff team. He managed them to the best record in the AL. Now he managed them past the Yankees and Seattle, and he's managed them into the World Series where they're very competitive and have a great chance to win. Like, how are we finding something wrong with the guy that managed that team? I don't care what pitcher he pulled or what, if he ran out of guys in an 18-inning game. Well, geez, that's never happened before. What are we finding fault in the manager that's done this for the Blue Jays? How on earth can you be critical of what he does?
I'm 100% with you, Spec. And I'm in a chat with all our baseball guys because in Saskatoon, and these guys we're talking scouts and ones for the Cardinals, Baseball Canada. And I just said, what do you guys want? Like, I mean, what do you guys want? This guy's managing his ass off here. They were a last place team last year. The biggest piece that the management brought in for him barely played this year and was useless when he did play, and that's Santander. He's doing it with all these guys that are just the plumbers, And I did the roster breakdown for game number 4 yesterday, Spec, about the amount of we're looking at $775,000 for Barger.
Yeah.
Your Savage is obviously the same, but Barger, Lucas, Schneider, all these guys. And these are the guys that came up because John Schneider had the confidence in him because he's been with them in the organization for a long time. So
right. A guy like Jimenez, Yes. I noticed last night he comes up, he's 7 for 14 with men in scoring position in the playoffs, and he's got like 11 RBIs. This is your number 9 hitter. So yeah, like he's put. So like I say, like I look at these. Of course, he's going to make some decisions that don't work because he makes 100 a game. And lots of them you don't get to think about for very long before you pull a pitcher, before you make a pinch hitting assignment. Like, pinch run. Oh my God, a guy just got a hit. Do we pinch run for this guy right now? Like, decide in the next 30 seconds. So yeah, some of the decisions are going to turn out, and we're going to look back with 2020 hindsight and say, hey, probably shouldn't have done that. Whatever. Like, you got to look down from 30,000 feet and say, how's he doing big picture? And oh my God, if this isn't good enough for you, folks, I got news for you, right? There's no manager in the world you're going to like if you don't like this guy.
Yeah, I'm with you here, Spec. And I've been kind of, taking some bullets for what I've thought about some of his calls, like, in game number 3 and things like that, even over the course of the year. But I like this guy, and he'd be my manager, 9 times out of 10. Hey, we were down at Oilers yesterday, Spec. Oilers and Rangers tonight, and the big news I think was Zach Hyman. I told you a little while ago, there's no way that I thought he'd be ready for November 1. I think we're looking at several weeks still from here. I watched him at practice yesterday, and you can talk about what he's doing and that he wants to get in there, but I think you got to take it with what Chris Knobloch said. I mean, this is way more on the medical team right now to make sure that he's going to be okay long term. So I don't know. I don't know where I wouldn't put a date on anything right now is what I would say.
No, I agree. I think the direction from the top. I mean, obviously, like I've talked to Stan enough about these things. Stan Bowman doesn't have much to do with this stuff. Like he compartmentalizes his team. This is how I don't know him like a brother, but I'm getting to know him okay here.
Yeah.
He doesn't stress over Zach Hyman until Zach Hyman's ready. He tells his team, his medical team at the start of the year, we're not bringing guys back too soon. We're not taking chances. Do what you have. I'm paying you, your professionals, your doctors. Do what you have to do till the guy's ready. And I'm not going to hover around the training room saying, is he ready yet? Is he ready yet? So the doctors are going to tell you, they're going to tell the hockey people when the guy's ready. And listen, it's a complicated injury, a wrist in hockey. We all know that's not only are you shooting pucks and turning that wrist the way hockey players do, you've also got guys coming down on your wrist with their stick, right? Like a wrist is a vulnerable limb in hockey. So listen, I don't know. I'm not a doctor and I'm not in the training room with those guys, but I wouldn't be surprised either, Kevin, if it just because he's skating around and shooting a few pucks here. It could still be a few weeks. And to be honest, I'm more interested in Zach Hyman in the lineup in February, March, April, May, and June than I care if he's in the lineup in October and November, to be honest.
Yeah. And I mean, he wants to get back in the lineup so bad to have a sniff at the Olympics.
Yeah, he does.
I think that ship has sailed though now.
Probably, like he said yesterday, Zach said yesterday. So the doctors are there often to protect players from themselves. I thought that was the key line. Like, he says, of course I want to play. Of course I say I'm ready. But the doctors are the bosses here, and they'll tell me when I'm ready. And that's fair. I think, again, looking down at this thing from big picture, that's what players want. That's why we don't see concussed players out on sports fields the way we used to. We saw the Giants football team the other day, the coaches going in that tent trying to get their quarterback out. The league fined them a whole bunch of money. Yep. We don't do that anymore. We don't tell the doctors, get my player out there even when he's concussed. Hopefully we've moved past this, Kevin. The same for any kind of injury. Like, trust the doctors and get the heck out of their way, I would say.
Mm-hmm. I had a good conversation with Jack Roslovic. Also, another one with Ike Howard yesterday. And Roslovic, he's got kind of a good sense of humor. He can say a few things and he'll look at you and see what your response is. That's how I felt yesterday. So, and I think there's a guy, I mean, that one play against Utah on Tuesday night spec. I mean, he went through 2-3 guys, dangled and ripped one off the crossbar. So I think this is a guy where I think Oiler fans are going to be happy with the elevation of his game, if you want to call it that.
Well, there's a ton of player there, and there always has been. Like, he's a high pedigree player, because it starts with his skating. He's one of the better skaters in the National Hockey League. So everybody's eyes go right to him from a scout's perspective. First round pick. Mm-hmm. And when his issue's been consistency in terms of not disappearing for 15 games at a time. That's been his career MO. So you can grow out of that. Mm-hmm. Like, to me, if you're slow, right? If you can't shoot or you can't think, then you can't shoot and you can't think, and that's not changing. If your issues are that maybe your consistency, your approach, your preparation for each game, whatever it is that made Jack Roslovic as a younger player not bring it every single night, you can grow out of that. You can learn out of that. So let's see. I always talk about the intersection between the player and the team. Sometimes you get the player at the right time in his career. Maybe he figures that out here. Maybe he doesn't go away for 15, 20 games at a time like he did in previous stops. I don't know. He hasn't been here long enough. So, wish him the best, man. He's a smart cat. I'd be surprised if he can't figure that out at some point in his career. And let's hope he figures it out at this point in his career.
Well, exactly. And, I said, well, what do you think about, it's a new city for you. You've been at a few places. He goes, hey, wait a second. I was in Winnipeg for 4 years, he says. Yeah. So, I know what it's all about. So he said there are comparisons, but there are differences. But, I think he's up to the task here. And I mean, he was only with the Rangers for a very short time, had a good playoff. Like, he played 16 games in the playoffs for the Rangers a couple of years ago. But so that was just one of his stops when he got traded from Columbus to New York. So.
I think it's sorry to interrupt, but it's about the value for him having played in Winnipeg is it's about, the weather and all that. Who cares about the weather? It's walking down the street and having everybody in the city know who you are, because that doesn't happen in New York and that doesn't happen in Raleigh, right? It happens in Winnipeg and in Edmonton. Like, the Jack Roslovic goes to West Edmonton Mall tomorrow on an off day for the Oilers, and it's an autograph session, and he's only been in town for a little while, and he's not a huge player on this team yet. That's the similarity between him and the introspection. Guys like you and me talking about him on the radio about every shift. In New York, they don't talk much about, the second or third line winger in the Rangers. He doesn't get much airtime. He does here. And that's what Jack Roslovic is used to, which is good because he's going to get it here. You don't play for the Oilers anonymously. When you play for the Oilers, you know what? You keep your head on a swivel in the public world because everybody knows who you are and everybody's talking about you all the time.
Yeah. So a night off for the Jays. It's going to be wild tomorrow with Halloween and the kids. I don't know. Could be cut off at 6 p.m. for the kids. I have no idea, but we'll see what happens.
Boy.
That was so cool with Schneider and Vladdy going back to back, and Schneider, his dad videos it in the stands. And I mean, just phenomenal. And I don't know. Did you ever hear about Schneider's nasty soup spec?
No, let's hear about it.
Well, I don't know if he did it yesterday, but I think he did it back a few months ago. And his concoction is what is it now? Reese's Pieces, blackberries, protein powder, and chocolate milk. And Miles Straw called it the Davis Schneider nasty soup.
Oh my God. What is that supposed to do for you?
I don't know, man. But I mean, you think about all the stuff that these guys, baseball players are more so than any other, like athletes. They're in the training room. They call that the training room, the table, eating stuff like the kitchens and all that. And because, between innings, they're going down for a snack, it seems. So I don't know. Nasty soup spec. Nasty soup.
Nasty soup. That sounds gruesome.
I
don't know. Maybe a guy should run a little TV out in the front step for all the dads taking their kids.
I don't know.
Kids Halloween tomorrow night.
I mean, there's going to be some stuff I got to think about because I'm not. I don't know. The doorbell ringing every 10 minutes. 5 minutes, 2 minutes. It's gonna be tough.
Yeah, you better get a TV by the front door, buddy.
Yeah, while you're in the condo, you don't have to worry about it, man.
I might run out to the lake where I really don't have to worry about it. Peace and quiet in the Blue Jays game. That's all I want tomorrow night.
I that might be an idea somewhere. You want to go out there to your cabin tonight? Stay overnight after the game tonight. Miss work tomorrow, or we could do the show from there tomorrow.
Oh, don't start that. Next thing
Come
we'll
on,
be
man. Come on.
out there.
Let's do it. Thanks, Beck. We'll see you down at the rink tonight.
All right.
It's Mark Spector from Rogers Sportsnet. On the mark, brought to you by Northgate Chevrolet Buick GMC, powered by Northgate. This truck's for you. When we come back, we'll get to some open text time, 833-401-1440. Also coming up later in the big program, 9 o'clock, we'll check in with Cordell Woodland. But before that, Tyler Uremchuk at 8:40. Obviously, Ladislav Schmid sliding in sometime around 9:30. Maybe when we come back, we'll hear from Ike Howard. Straight ahead, we'll hear from Ike Howard, his conversation that I had with him yesterday following practice. And another guy, big goal the other night. And he's saying, I don't want to go down here, man. I want to stick around here. I want to hang out here. So that's coming up straight ahead. Kevin Karius, Duke of Delburne. He's off. Sorry, that's 2. Oh man, I thought I was going to get away with it. Donnie Paulson and Josh Fenwick on Sports 1440, presented by Sports Select. We're streaming on YouTube, X, Facebook, and Instagram.
Today on Hey Culligan, how smart is your water? Here's Tracy.
Hey Culligan, I think my water might be dumb.
Good news, Tracy. Your water's not dumb. It's just not talking to you.
You can make my water talk.
No, but the new Culligan Smart Drinking Water System can talk to your phone to tell you when your water filters need changing and help you meet drinking water goals.
Now that's some brilliant H2O.
You said it, Tracy, and we're already on the way. Let us help you out with a free in-home water test from a local Culligan water expert at culligan.ca.
Well, get ready for a silly hockey fans. Your partner in power just skated onto the ice.
EWEL.ca, the new e-commerce website for electrical wholesalers Edmonton, is ready for the power play 24/7, 365.
UL skates to where the puck will be in 5 years. Now that's forward thinking.
Killer selection, slamming products from the best brands, and legendary service.
Don't sit on the bench. Get your account today at EWEL.ca and win that project.
Plug into your partner in power. Get an EWEL.ca account today.
Hey, sports fans, we've got a clear choice for you. At Crystal Glass, we provide customers with the perfect glass for any job. From home to auto and even commercial, installation or repairs, we're your team. Call 310-GLASS or visit crystalglass.ca. Crystal Glass.
Since 1971, the Brick has been committed to saving you more. Right now, hurry in to save up to $1,000 off sofas and sectionals, up to 40% off mattresses, and up to 35% off furniture. Plus, buy any 3 select major appliances and save 15% off. And if you find a lower price before the end of the year, including Black Friday and Boxing Day, we'll refund the difference. Some exclusions apply. See in store for details. The Brick, saving you more.
This hockey season, before every game, check out the pregame show with Andrew Walker on Sports 1440. It's brought to you by Titan Supply, your only source for rigging, lifting, and hauling products. Visit titansupply.ca.
When you have lifting and material handling needs, Northwest Crane delivers. Western Canada's Sandy dealer, backed by the industry's toughest one. 3 years, 3,000 hours, no compromises. They service all crane makes and models with skilled technicians and deep industry expertise. Alberta owned with locations in Leduc and Grand Prairie and fully equipped service trucks. Northwest Crane keeps your operation lifting. For more information on sales or service, visit northwestcrane.com or call today.
3 locations, endless sports action. Sully's Sports Bar and Lounge. Sully's is the place to catch every game this fall. With tons of TVs, there's never a bad seat in the house. Check out the game night food and drink features and bring your friends for all the fun with Oilers watch parties all season long. Sully's Sports Bar and Lounge. All 3 Century Casino locations, Edmonton, St. Albert, and Century Mile.
Albertans celebrate a bounty of beautiful places to visit, boundless adventures to take, all in driving distance. And Sherwood Honda has the fuel-efficient vehicle that helps you go even further and appreciate more. Hybrid CRVs and Civics mean more thanks in your tanks, more great trips to be grateful for. And of course, Sherwood Honda is thankful for the chance to help you get there. It's a beautiful time of year, and it sure would be nice to hit the road with Sherwood Honda.
Sometimes I get a good feeling, yeah.
Sometimes things get a little messy around here. Frank Saravalli's in the window now. And it was just one of those things like we're kind of going, okay, things are off a little bit here. The Duke's off. Donnie P's in. Is Frank in the window right now, fellas? Perfect. Good stuff. Time now for the headliner of the day, brought to you by Mr. Rooter Plumbing. Draining clogged pipes like 3-pointers for all your plumbing needs. Go to mrrooter.ca as we welcome in Frank Saravalli from the Victory Plus TV. Good morning, Frank.
How you doing, Kevin?
Well, it's kind of weird. We had the lineup, and again, Duke left for Cancun this morning.
Cancun.
Yeah.
Many cervezas deep already.
Well, he left at 7:30 this morning.
Well, I mean, there's at least 3 in the first hour of the flight.
Oh, wow. I think, if you have an early flight, would you go in like earlier and just sit because the bars are open all night, the airport?
Yeah, I'm a big, if I'm going on holiday, I'm going Caesar right out of the chute.
Exactly. Yeah.
Right. I'm going to sit at the Chili's in the Edmonton airport there. And I'm going to get the Caesar, might even get 2.
Now, here's the other thing. Like most Americans, Frank, but with your travels in Canada, the Caesars, most Americans don't know what they are because Clamato juice down there.
Well, it's becoming a bigger thing. They're just not calling it a Caesar, but you can get Clamato more readily available now. How about that?
Okay, so but before
but you can't tell anyone about it. You can't actually tell them there's some clam juice in here because they go, "Oh, I don't want any of that."
Right.
But if you don't tell them and they just drink it, it's a way better experience.
I would say the substitute is a Bloody Mary with horseradish, right?
It is, but it's not the same. And the biggest issue is the consistency and texture, the viscosity of it. The
Yes.
Bloody Mary is too thick, and that's what makes the Caesar the ultimate winner, is the drinkability of it.
Do you ever put like a little Clamato in a beer? Like
Yes. Oh yeah. Sometimes you need to start the day with a little red eye.
That's right. Yeah. Frank,
There you
we're
go.
on the same page here, man.
Just
We're
a
on the
little,
same-
just a splash, like, but it has to, again, the drinkability of the beer has to be just like,
yeah.
You're not tipping that into a Guinness.
It's a
I
light
need a Bud
Coors
Light.
Light.
Is
Coors
what I
Light,
want.
Bud Light. Yeah.
Exactly. Yep.
Yeah. Frank,
It
man.
flows. We're on the we're thinking alike. So I'm just throwing it out there. The Duke is he's probably in good shape right now. I'm a little jealous. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, he's had about 15 weddings this year, and I think this is his best buddy, and he's the best man, and he's MC,
Oh,
and
he's
it's
gonna
on
be a
the
puddle.
beach. How about this? So Laddie, we got into it last Thursday with Laddie, and talking about the attire that Duke should be wearing down there for the wedding ceremony. And Laddie says there's no way that you should have shorts and sandals. He said you got to have kind of like the white capri pants or whatever you want to
The
call it.
linen. You need the
Yeah.
linens working.
Well, that's Laddie can pull that off. Duke can't.
What are you saying? He doesn't have class?
Just doesn't have the body type for it.
Oh, yeah, I know what that's like.
Oh man, Frank Saravalli with us from Victory Plus TV. Hey, last night, just the one game after Frozen Frenzy. What's the perception of Frozen Frenzy in the States?
I mean, I don't understand any of the belly aching about it. I love the fact that you can get 16 games going and it's staggered.
Yeah.
And I also appreciate how difficult it is to pull off. I mean, you're talking half the buildings in the league have an NBA tenant. So that's cross off a whole handful of 45 other nights. You're talking about concerts, shows, travel schedules, other parts of the matrix that are worked in, important dates, no-goes, dates where buildings are just completely out of the mix. And it's hard to do. And so anyone that was saying, oh, it's going up against the World Series. Why is it in October? Why is it on a Tuesday? Shut up. Nothing's perfect. Don't let a great idea be spoiled by perfection. That's how I view it.
Did they have it on a weekend once?
I don't think so.
Mm-hmm. They
And
kind
then
of
they're
say
saying,
that.
well, make it on a Saturday in January and start the games at 12 o'clock and stagger them out more.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, yeah. Like I said, I want to weigh 200 pounds. I want a Ferrari. I want a pair of Swedish twins and $12.5 million in my bank account. I mean,
Is
come
that
on.
all? Is that
What
all?
what are we talking about here?
I don't know. Hey, last night, just the one game, Johnny Tavares hits 500. That's any player that gets 500 is a big milestone. Where does he go down? Like, I mean, is he going to be remembered as an Islander or is there a Maple Leaf?
Well, Islander fans have cut him off from existence, so I'd say he's probably going to be remembered as a Toronto Maple Leaf.
Okay.
And I was really curious. You asked the question, how's he going to go down?
Yeah.
And I was thinking about this last night. Is John Tavares a Hockey Hall of Famer? And when I looked at his stats and when I've watched him play, from an eye test perspective, I've leaned more towards the Hall of Very Good, meaning the next tier down. An elite player that just was obviously around for a long time and very impactful. There's a guy who's a 2-time Hart Trophy finalist. But I asked my buddy Paul Paduti, who does the best job going analyzing these Hall of Fame conversations. And not only did he say that John Tavares is a Hall of Famer, but he said the numbers indicate that he is very comfortably a Hall of Famer. So he sent me some data this morning, and I'll just rattle it off for you quickly.
Okay.
They have him as the number 67 forward of all time in NHL history based on stats. And I was like, wow, that sounds really high. But then here's a couple things that he also included. Since he debuted in the league, He's 5th in goals, 7th in points, 5th in points per game, and he has 13 25-goal seasons. He actually has 2 additional 24-goal seasons. So if you think about it, that's 15 25-goal seasons. That's a lot. And I know 25 isn't really a threshold of, hey, is he in the Hall of Fame or not? But here are the only players that are ahead of John Tavares in goals and goals per game in his generation. Alex Ovechkin, Sidney Crosby, Steven Stamkos, and Evgeny Malkin. That's it. That's the list. He's ahead of Patrick Kane, Anze Kopitar, Corey Perry, Stahl, and Claude Giroux.
Right.
So I'm proven wrong. My initial gut reaction was maybe a borderline guy or a guy who's in the Hall of Very Good. And maybe I just haven't looked at it through the right lens.
So if you were looking at a comparable, Frank, and you would have to, I mean, maybe Tavares does get a Stanley Cup here, who knows? But is it comparable Mike Modano when it's all said and done?
Maybe, but I also looked at Mike Modano as like way more dynamic. Is that too much to say?
Well, I mean, you're seeing like a guy that could skate like the wind, and I get all that. Yeah, I'm kind of looking at stats.
I think maybe stats for sure. I mean, Modano is in that same sort of class and category. And maybe it's the stoicism that Tavares has that has, maybe me looking at it through a different view.
Maybe it's a Patrick Marleau.
Maybe, but I don't know. I don't think Patrick Marleau is a Hall of Famer.
Well, again, just the only thing that he has going for him is games played, right?
Yeah, I mean, he's a compiler. He's a guy that was around forever. That the numbers in the end are massive, but when you play 1,700 in some games, like, you should have massive numbers.
Frank Saravalli, Victory Plus TV, with us on the Kevin Karius on Sports 1440. I was down at Oilers yesterday and watched Zach Hyman again, and then following practice, Chris Knobloch announced that it's still week to week. So, and we discussed this probably last week, I think, Frank. I think he just wants to get back so badly, but I think this is a medical team thing. Have you heard anything else maybe that we didn't hear out here?
I haven't checked in on it, to be fair. But I want to know your eyes and ears. What are they telling you about what you're seeing from his shooting and puck handling?
Same thing that I think that was last Tuesday we talked about it. Same thing for me watching him yesterday.
Still ginger?
The release, and again, the drills that they were doing yesterday were a little different. There were some compete drills that they did, but it's funny. I'm getting that feeling when a player, like one of his own teammates, is going up against him, the battle level's coming down because they're going, I don't want to be that guy where if something happens and I get a stick in there or he gets a stick in there and there's something, I don't want to be that. That's the feeling that I got when I was watching those drills. The release from the last time I talked to you, that was a week ago, I thought the release was slower than normal. I mean, think of that bullet that he ripped in the Stanley Cup final last year. Haven't seen anything close to that. To me, the biggest thing is going to be because he takes so many checkers on, and it's going to be when he engages trying to push guys off or absorb something. To me, that's where it's going to be tested the most.
I gotcha. Now, let me ask you a more holistic question. Do you feel like this Oiler forward group has almost been waiting for Zach Hyman to return?
That's 100% true. And Zach wants to get back so badly because of the Olympic dream still. I think the ship has sailed. I said that earlier today. I
don't think it has.
Okay.
So I'm actually putting out my Olympic projections today on Frankly Hockey on Victory Plus. And I've got Zach Hyman right next to Connor McDavid. I understand the time missed. I think that was one of the grave errors that Team Canada made at Four Nations. And I understand they won, but they missed having a player exactly like Zach Hyman and what he does. And I don't think a second time around they can make the same mistake.
Okay. What are roster deadlines, Frank, for when you have to announce things and then they pair?
Not announced, but you have to have them in by December 31st.
December 31st, and then you make it in January or whatever?
Yeah, they'll roll them out individually. I think they're going to go day by day and do a special thing to announce it. And then they're also going to do in-arena Olympic send-offs at each team's final home game before the break. So that'll be cool to have fans be able to fate their Olympians on their way to Milan. But I have Hyman in, and I think there's a couple other guys that really deserve some significant consideration for Canada. So I'll tell you who I've got in. I've got Hyman, Celebrini, Bedard, Tom Wilson, Nick Suzuki, and Brandon Montour. That's a lot of change from 1 year for a team that won. But I think on both sides, the U.S. and Canada, I mean, remember, the U.S. won the round robin game, and then the U.S. lost in OT. I mean, you're talking one shot, one goal away from everyone asking different Team Canada questions, right? Going 0-2 against the Americans.
Yeah.
And with that, I think a blend of size, physicality, because it's really clear how the U.S. plans to build their team, and also just some updates. Like, so the guys that I have out, Mark Stone, also again dealing with a back injury. Brandon Hagel, off to a tough start this year. Travis Konechny, Anthony Cirelli, Drew Doughty. And the biggest or toughest one for me to leave off, at least at this exact moment in time, was Brad Marchand.
Yeah.
But I'm going with size. I'm going with guys that are doing it right in the here and now. And yeah, some of them are unproven in some of these big games. But if you take a Macklin Celebrini and how complete he is, why can't you stick him on the wing and find some success with him?
Oh, it's going to be such an interesting time. Really looking forward to it, Frank. Hey, thanks for coming on. We'll talk to you on Tuesday. Have a great weekend.
See you, Kev.
That's Frank Saravalli from Victory Plus TV. Good job, Donnie, lining that up. Outstanding. Our headliner of the day brought to you by Mr. Rooter, the #1 overall pick in your fantasy plumbing pool. That's MrRooter.ca. When we come back, they all checker. Tyler Yaremchuk from ON, BJN, DFO. What are you guys laughing at?
Well, just because we can obviously see Tyler lined up in the queue, and Tyler, as soon as you say chucker, he just bursts out laughing.
Oh, okay. Good stuff. That's coming up right after the break on the Kevin Karius Show with Donnie P. Josh Fenwick on Sports 1440, presented by Sports Select. We're streaming on YouTube, X, Facebook, and Instagram.
Just think, Kevin Karius has been covering Edmonton sports since before TikTok, Twitter, texting, and the Titanic. We may have made that last one up. Check out Karius in the mornings on Sports 1440. Your game, your station.
At Fountain Tire, get up to 15% off select tires, up to $125 off a set of 4 select Goodyear tires, and $50 off $150 service until December 13th. Restrictions apply. Book today. Fountain Tire. We're on this road together, Canada.
Looking for the perfect gift? Give the gift of great taste with a Loca Quality Market gift card. Redeemable at any Loca Quality Market or Loca operated restaurant. It's a treat for food lovers. Ready anytime. Grab yours today at loca.ca.
Hi, Mike here from Northgate Chevrolet Buick GMC. I'm super excited to tell you today that we have fed over 250 families so far with our Feed 500 Families event. With that said, we are still short of our goal. We have decided to continue this on through to the end of October. With your help and your support, we can get this done. Please stop in and see us today, 13215 97th Street, or visit us online at northgategm.com.
The Junior Prospects Hockey League sports season is now underway. The JPHL offers elite athletic and academic opportunities for players in the 14U, 15U, 17U, and 18U divisions. All games are broadcast live on Silent Ice TV, featuring a showcase-style schedule and competitive matchups across Western Canada. Players work with experienced coaches, trainers, and elite hockey personnel. Learn more about Western Canada's fastest-growing elite hockey development stream at juniorprospectshockeyleague.com.
Mr. Worldwide to infinity.
With over 30 years of sports experience, this is the Kevin Karius Show, brought to you by Sports Select.
Bet on the original at sportselect.com. Please play responsibly.
Welcome back to the big program, 840 in Edmonton. Yes, the Kevin Karius Show presented by Sports Select. We've been talking about the QR codes. It's pretty simple. Just go to the website, sportselect.com. It's a step-by-step video. You get it figured out. You go to the kiosk and hand them in. It's all fine, just like that. 100% legal. Got to be 18 years plus. Please play responsibly as we welcome in Tyler, your Chuck, the old chucker, who apparently got a chuckle when you were entering the old video stream here. Good morning, Chucker. How you doing, big guy?
Morning, Kev. The Blue Jays are 1 win away from the World Series. I'm doing amazing. Nothing could take me down right now.
Did you ever think you would say that? And well, maybe not this year, in your lifetime. Who knows?
No, I mean, there's a couple of different ways I can go with that. One, heading into this spring training, Vladimir Guerrero Jr. unsigned, the future of Bo Bichette very much up in the air. The pitching rotation being what it was, all that stuff. Coming into this season, it was okay, if they're not going to be good, we're staring down the barrel of them heading into the trade deadline, having to absolutely trade Bo, and probably having to have a really, really tough conversation about trading Vladimir Guerrero Jr. And I legitimately had the thought coming into this season, again, pre-Guerrero extension, because that changed everything. Pre-Guerrero extension, I legit had the thought that we're probably entering a Blue Jays decade of darkness here. They whiffed on the Vladdy and Bo rebuild. That's what it looked like. And I thought that, the year was going to go poorly and things were going to come crumbling down. So the fact that, again, they get Guerrero signed, you start to view things through a little bit of a different lens. You get to July, you start to believe a little bit more that, okay, it wasn't just a June hot streak. They beat the Yankees on Canada Day and they really ride that momentum for a little bit. But I mean, it's pretty wild that, never mind a year ago, if you would have asked me 8 months ago, hey, do you think the Blue Jays can win the World Series? I would have said, no, it's way more likely that they're about to enter a 10-year playoff drought.
It's funny, Chucker. I said similar at the time. I said, are we looking at the Pittsburgh Pirates here? I mean, you're developing players and you're letting them go. You got to let them go or you got to trade them or whatever. The pitching staff's aging. But here they are. Just as you said, they're 1 win away. How about Trey Savage last night? That must have blown your mind.
I mean, I'm wildly confident in him because his stuff is just so good. And I like that yesterday they were talking a little bit too on the post-game show on Sportsnet that we can maybe even put the narrative to bed that, oh, it's just because teams haven't seen him before and it's some sneaky angle. Dave Roberts talked coming into that ball game that, second time around against this guy, we're going to have better results. But his stuff is just way too good. That splitter, the way it moves from the left to the right, the way it does, that arm side movement. I don't know if there's a pitcher in baseball who has a splitter that moves that way. It's so unpredictable. It's so unique that, yeah, this isn't a guy who is just going to, go through the order once or face a team once, and then they're going to get film on him and put him in the traject machine, and all of a sudden he becomes hittable. We're legitimately talking about a guy who he's going to be a superstar.
3 times the usage, his splitter from game 1, 30-10 is what he used it last night. The 12 Ks were amazing. The whiff rate was amazing. I was talking earlier, Chucker, to the Jays team, and this has been like them all year. I mean, they don't beat themselves. That's how they go about it. And we saw that, how they manufactured the runs in the 4th and the 7th inning. The Dodgers let them add to that lead.
Yeah, they did. I mean, 3 wild pitches in 1 inning, a wild pitch the next one. Again, this Jays team, they just kind of linger and then they pounce. And the flip side of it is they don't give you back those runs, right? I think sometimes you'll get into a ball game where it's maybe a little bit sloppy both ways or whatever. But when the other teams are making mistakes, they go to the plate the next inning. And Alejandro Kirk's not having 3 wild pitches or pass balls in an inning. The Jays aren't fumbling ground balls and all of that. They're just such a defensively sound ball team that, yeah, when you give them a couple of runs, their bats are also going to get them a few more, and they don't do anything to give those runs back to you, which, again, is impressive. And another thing, too, is just no weak spots in this lineup, right? Even talk about yesterday, a guy like IKF who's been brutal in this World Series with the bat. He steps up, delivers a big one. I don't know. You look at the Mariners, you look at the Dodgers, they both had black holes lower in their lineup where they were just not getting anything out of those guys. You combine it with some big bats going quiet, and yeah, you get what you get. It's a 3-2 series lead for the Jays.
Yeah. What do you make of game number 6? I mean, we saw what Yamamoto did in game 2. I would imagine he's going to have a similar performance, even though the Jays did get to him, especially early on. They strung a few hits together, but they weren't able to get that big hit.
Yeah.
Expectations for game number 6, Chucker?
So I was on with Gregor yesterday, and my opinion, the feeling in my gut going into that ball game yesterday, I said, I don't know what's going to happen in game 5, but the Blue Jays are not going to lose game 6. That was my take, and I'm going to stand by it. Like, I just think going back to that Rogers Center with all the emotion and now having the Dodgers on the ropes as well, that Dodgers team's got to feel really deflated going to bed last night. So I think they're going to win game 6. And, there's all that talk about Ohtani, and people were really on John Schneider because he didn't walk him in that one at-bat when he hit the game-tying home run, and then things eventually go 18 innings, and they do walk him 4 times. And I kind of sit there, and I get that people go, oh, just walk him every time. But, like, this is baseball. The best players in the world, even when they're their absolute hottest, are getting a hit 45% of the time when they're on a big hot streak, like Vladdy and Ohtani are. When they're just on a normal hot streak, it's 30% of the time. You can look at Ohtani's numbers. Even when he's slugging or his OPS is up near 1,200, he's batting 230, 240. Like, I'm just not that worried about – I am worried about Ohtani, but I'm not one of those people who goes, well, you just got to walk him every time. Because, like, you can play the averages a little bit here as well. And with a guy like Yamamoto, back-to-back complete games. Okay, I also know baseball. It's very hard to throw complete games in any scenario, never mind the playoffs. Like, I don't think this guy is just going to roll out of bed and throw another complete game in game 6. Like, eventually guys will get to you. So I don't know. I think Yamamoto's maybe due for one night where he's not as perfect as he's been in his last 2 outings. And again, that atmosphere is going to be crazy.
Well, and again, it's about how you pitch Ohtani. I mean, you can't pitch him like Dominguez did and throw 97 dead red down the middle. I mean, look how they mixed it up yesterday. That's the difference.
Oh, absolutely. Like, yeah, people were all over Schneider for not walking him there. And there was a part of me too that, like, the argument for not walking him in that scenario is you are up by a run. If you walk him, you have Betts and Freeman coming up, and all of a sudden those guys are the winning run, not the tying run. Like, you take your chances on Ohtani every once in a while. You can't just roll over and put him on first base every chance you get. The other side of it too is he runs so well that if you're going to walk him early in innings when there's only 1 out, you're basically, or 0 or 1 out, you're basically accepting that at some point he's stealing second. Like, you can't just gift the Dodgers a guy in scoring position. So yeah, you need to look at how you pitch him. And yeah, that Dominguez pitch, the execution was bad. I don't think the decision to not walk Ohtani in that scenario was bad. It was, don't throw any good hitter a fastball belt high right down the middle. Like, that's a mistake.
What game did you go to in Toronto? Are you sneaking away tomorrow or what? Can you afford it?
No. There's no way I'm going back. I was lucky enough to be there for game 7 of the ALCS. That was one of the coolest, like, sporting events of my life. But I'll be on my couch watching tomorrow, which is totally fine by me.
Yeah, no kidding. Tyler Yaremchuk with us from Daily Faceoff, Oilers Nation, Blue Jays Nation. Got the Rangers in town tonight. We've been talking about Zach Hyman, just addressed him with Spec and a little bit about with Frank. I still see, and I've been watching him practice quite closely. Been saying for quite a while that he wasn't going to be ready for some time here, and it's still week to week. How concerned are you about when he comes back and what he will be when he comes back?
I'm not concerned about what he'll be when he comes back, just because, I mean, he's just a worker, right? Like, I don't know, could the risk be bothering him? I'd like to think that the fact that they're pushing this back and not rushing him means that they're just going to wait until he is absolutely 100% ready, which is the right choice. Like, if we were sitting here and having this conversation at the end of March and it was like, oh, Zach Hyman's week to week with an injury, like, what's going to end up happening? Then I'd be concerned. But, like, if this guy doesn't play, and I'm not saying this is going to happen, this is just me using a hyperbole, but, like, if you were to tell me he's not going to play till Christmas, I wouldn't be concerned. I'd go, okay, they're taking their time with it. Like, this was a significant wrist injury. It was operated on. There's whatever you say, there's plates and screws in there. Like, it's going to take him a while to get back up to 100%, but I would much rather have him take his time right now. It's not like the team is 2-9-1. They're finding ways to hover right around 500. It hasn't been a totally disastrous start to the season without him. They can find ways to win games. Take your time, wait till he's at 100%, and then slowly bring him back into things. There's no need to sit there and go, okay, well, it's November 1. Like, let's go. He's got to get back in the lineup here. Like, it's early in the season. These games, as much as they matter, they don't matter for the Oilers.
What do you make of the Rangers tonight? I think they're the lowest scoring team right now, 24 goals for. They're -2 in goal differential right now. They're 4-5-2. They can't score. We saw it the other night. They beat Vancouver 2-0 on an empty netter. But this is a team that just can't find the net, especially at home. But luckily, they're on the road for themselves tonight.
I was going to say they can't find the back of the net at home. On the road, they've actually been a surprisingly decent hockey team this season, which is, again, kind of weird to watch a team like that. Like, they're 4-1-1 on the road this season. They just cannot score and they cannot win at Madison Square Garden. So, they have a good roster. And at some point, I think they're a team that's going to find a way to rip off a hot streak and at least stay in the playoff conversation. I don't think they're going to finish down near the bottom of the Eastern Conference. So, with a guy like Shesterkin between the pipes, assuming he is the guy that's going to go tonight, a roster that's talented like that, you definitely can't take him lightly. And again, we only got to go back 2 weeks here to remember that game at MSG where the Oilers only won because Stuart Skinner was the best player on the ice that night. That was not a dominant performance by the Oilers. They did not have their way with this Rangers group. If anything, it was the other way around, and they got good goaltending, which, again, every team's going to win games on the back of their goalies, and it's great to see have nights when Stuart Skinner can be your best player, but they're going to need a much better effort tonight than they had a few weeks ago.
I would imagine Skinner goes again tonight, Chucker. Do you think they go 7-11 again tonight?
I'm over it. I don't see the reason for it. Troy Stecher, there was a time and when it was all fun to say that he was the Darnell Nurse whisperer and all of that, and look how good him and Nurse are. They've been getting absolutely caved this year. Troy Stecher looks like he's a step slower than he's been in the past. I don't see a reason to have Troy Stecher in the lineup. I would much rather have a guy like Noah Philp in there and have a right shot center, have 4 consistent lines that you can continually roll, especially on home ice when you have the last change. I don't like the 11-7 approach. I don't think they have the defenseman to pull it off right now. The only way you could get me to change my tune on that is if you tell me Alec Regula is ready to go and you want to ease him back into the lineup and just give him like 8 minutes tonight, then maybe I'd sit there and go, okay, there's another reason to it. But if you're going 11-7 just for the sake of playing Troy Stecher, pointless to me.
Regula, when he does come back, I mean, it throws a little wrench into things because, to be honest with you, Emberson and Kulak have been pretty darn good.
Yeah, Emerson and Kulak have been great, and I think Regula's probably your number 7 defenseman, which, again, a guy like that, he'd probably be okay with if he's 25 years old and just staying on an NHL roster at this point. I think you're either waiving Troy Stecher, or if you want to do, in whatever way, do right by Troy Stecher and you want to keep him up in the lineup a little bit, I think you can probably just put Kasperi Kapanen on LTIR, and then that frees up the roster spot and the money and all of that, so you'd be fine. Yeah. If Regula's ready and wants to come off IR and you want to play him, put Kapanen on LTIR and you can basically keep everything else the same, I believe.
Would you assume that Bouchard and Ekholm are back or close to being back to where they need to be?
They better be. And I think at some point the luck will turn a little bit for them. Like I dug into some of the numbers and I wrote about it at OilersNation.com. I really wasn't a fan of them switching up their D pairings. I get sometimes it might be good to just kind of shock everybody involved and, mix things up, get everyone out of their routines, and maybe it gets them out of their funks. But a lot of what was going wrong with Ekholm and Bouchard, it was kind of two-pronged. One, some bad luck. I looked into some of those luck measurements and every shot was going in. So that's luck and I guess a little bit of bad goaltending and then really bad turnovers, right? Your fancy stats are always going to look better when the other team is scoring on their one-shot opportunities because, the expected goals aren't racking up. The actual goals are. So I do think Ekholm and Bouchard were fighting a bit of bad luck, but also Nurse and Bouchard have not looked good together. Nurse has basically only looked good with Jake Wallman, and the numbers are really good when it's Nurse and Wallman. I want to keep Nurse and Wallman together. I want to trust that Ekholm and Bouchard will figure it out. I want to stop with the line juggling and the pairing jugglings and all of that. Give this roster, give this lineup some consistency. Go back to what's worked in the past.
I thought that game, though, in Vancouver, Nurse and Bouchard were okay, though.
Yeah, they were fine in that one, but then you go back to this to the game a couple of games ago. No, who did they just play? Utah. Sorry, I don't know why I blanked on that. I mean, Nurse got benched for a little bit in that one, and the Nurse-Bouchard pairing in the limited time they had, they got absolutely caved. And when you look at that pairing as a whole this season, it has not been good when they've had their shifts together. So I don't know. I want to go back to what works. Nurse and Wallman have been good together.
I think that's why they brought in Stecher to go 11-7 on Tuesday night, just to give the defense a kick in the ass here.
Yeah, and again, if that was the case, sure. But I also think if you're going to give the defenseman a kick in the behind and say, hey, look, there's a 7th guy here. We can bench you whenever we want. I don't want that 7th guy to be Troy Stecher because he's not better than any of those guys. So you're sending a message and making your team worse at the same time.
And what do you do with the Chucker household tomorrow? You got Halloween. You got the Jays at 6. Like, what's What's the plan? Like are you in a house? Where are you at?
Yeah, I'm gonna be at my house. My group of friends. Yeah, my group of friends, my buddies, their wives, everyone's super into the Jays playoff run. So we've been watching a lot of games together. So we kind of all they've been coming to my place to watch them. So we all kind of have our lucky spots. We'll get settled in and we'll watch the baseball game. I think I'm just going to do bowl of candy on the porch, take whatever you want. Don't ring my doorbell. I'm watching the Blue Jays. I'm a grumpy old man sometimes, but.
So what if like right off the hop, some kid grabs the whole bowl?
And if the Jays are winning, I won't care. If they're losing, maybe I'll chase them down. I'll be grumpy.
I hope that happens. Hey, Chucker, thanks for this. Enjoy the game tonight and enjoy Game 6 tomorrow. Thanks, man.
Thanks, Kevin.
That's Tyler Yaremchuk, Daily Faceoff, Oilers Nation, Blue Jays Nation. You call him, Donnie, the busiest man in show business?
In Edmonton, that's for sure, I think.
The busiest man in show business. Wow. In show business, they call it, Donnie. Top of the hour. We'll check in and talk a little NFL Thursday Night Football with Cordell Woodland from 105.7 The Fan. That's coming up before that time now for a Sports 1440 update brought to you by First Round. It is Thursday Night Football, so head to First Round. You could win an NFL jersey tonight at both locations. You get 50% off boneless wings as well. First Round, Edmonton's NFL headquarters right here in the mall that has it all, or on 104th Avenue. Here is Donnie P.
This is the Sports 1440 update.
Oh, this shot.
On the diamond last night, it was Game 5 of the World Series where the Jays toppled the Dodgers 6-1 off the back-to-back home runs for the Jays, and the most strikeouts for a rookie ever in the World Series is Trey Savage. Went 7 strong with 12 Ks. The lone game from last night saw the Blue Jackets, double up on the Leafs 6-3. In case you missed it, NFL news. The Detroit Lions have agreed to an extension with edge Aiden Hutchinson, 4 years, $180 million, $141 million of that guaranteed. NBA action wraps. They fell to the Rockets 139-121. The Celtics topped the Cavs 125-105. Mavs over the Pacers, and the Lakers over the T-Wolves via buzzer beater. Coming up right after the break, we've got Cordell Woodland to talk a little Thursday Night Football. I'm Donovan Paulson. That's your Sports 1440 update.
Sports 1440, a Stingray radio station broadcasting on Treaty 6 territory.
Download the free iHeartRadio app and listen to CKJR wherever you go.
Mr. Rooter meets a ghost. 1 plunge, 2, and 3. A toilet clogged with a ghost? Man, I love plumbing. You're free now.
I will never find peace. The clog is fixed, yes, but I have never trusted the sump pump.
No problemo. I can fix that. Now go to the light, you little scamp.
Thank you, Mr. Rooter.
To resolve your unfinished plumbing business, trust one plumber, Mr. Rooter.
Looking for an all-season vehicle with room for the hockey gear, comfort for the daily commute, and rugged capability for your weekend adventures? That's the all-new 2025 Jeep Compass, and you'll find it during the biggest sale of the year this month at St. Albert Dodge. Now, what can I say? It's a Jeep, it's a 4x4, and it's loaded with standard features like an 8.4-inch touchscreen, keyless entry, and heated front seats, all starting from just $34,900. Head up the trail and see how easy it is to do business at St. Albert Dodge.
Come for Canada's largest trade shows, the biggest names in entertainment, exhilarating sporting events, and more. And stay for the experience at the Edmonton Expo Centre. Looking for the perfect place to host your next big event? From trade shows to galas, meetings, and concerts, the Edmonton Expo Centre has the space, event expertise, and service to make your next event unforgettable. With over 522,000 square feet of flexible event space, in-house catering, and operational expertise, they bring your biggest vision to life. Learn more at EdmontonExpoCenter.com today.
More fruit?
Check.
Satisfying texture?
Check.
3 amazing new recipes?
Check, check, check.
Let Booster Juice bowl you over with something completely different. 3 new acai bowls, loaded with delicious toppings including bee pollen, cacao nibs, and shredded coconut. Piled high on top of a refreshing blend of authentic acai, straight from Brazil. Spoon?
Check.
Booster Juice, Canada's original juice and acai bowl bar.
At Leading Edge Physiotherapy, we believe that life shouldn't hurt. Now, that doesn't mean that we don't know that sometimes it really hurts. I mean, we've seen people at their worst moments in life, when they feel they have nowhere to turn, or at a time when they felt like their problem just wouldn't ever go away. We've also seen people who thought to themselves, it'll just go away on its own, or this is no big deal. I don't want to bother anyone about this. Don't know where to turn to, or think it's no big deal? Either way, we have the technology, techniques, and skills to help you get back to it, whatever your it may be. Life shouldn't hurt. LeadingEdgePhysio.com.
Prostate cancer affects 1 in 6 men in Alberta, and this November we're fighting back. Every dollar raised fuels early detection and life-saving support. Donate today for the men in our province. Visit keepitinalberta.ca to start your fundraiser or donate today.
When you've just got to get your pigskin fix in, it's Game On! Game On is Sherwood Park's new home for game night and good times. Every Sunday, Monday, and Thursday, Game On wants to see you cheer on your favorite American football teams with 40-plus TVs to watch. You can enjoy $7 pints of Molson and Miller Lite, as well as $7 dry ribs. Get your squad together and book a table online at GameOnSP.ca. Are you ready for some football? Then it's Game On! Game On Kitchen, Sports Bar, Arcade, Baseline Road, Sherwood Park.
Miss golf during the off-season? Of course you do. So head to the Leduc Golf Club and try their state-of-the-art golf simulators. Perfect your swing, enjoy delicious food and beverages, and even book a lesson with one of the Leduc Golf Club pros. Whether you're a seasoned golfer or just starting, the Leduc Golf Club simulators offer a great way to keep your game sharp any time of the year. Call or visit the Leduc Golf Club today to book your spot and swing into action all year round.
When it comes to choosing a hair clinic, the difference is in the doctor.
I'm Dr. Vance Elliott. Transforming how you feel about yourself is a very personal experience, and I'll work directly with you every step of the way.
Physicians come from all over the world to learn from Dr. Elliott.
When your personal goal is to help other people achieve theirs, you must deeply understand the latest treatments.
Want to feel confident and comfortable? The difference is in the doctor.
I'm Dr. Vance Elliott at drvanceelliott.com.
Seriously, another door knocker? I really want to go solar, but these high-pressure tactics are exhausting.
And their prices are unbelievable. Before we do anything, let's call Great Canadian Solar.
There's a better way to go solar. Great Canadian Solar provides honest advice and fair pricing to save you from overpaying. They're easy to deal with and will never put pressure on you to buy. As a trusted local business for over 15 years, Great Canadian Solar will support you in your solar journey. Visit greatcanadiansolar.com and call today to get started.
Portions of this hour brought to you by Sports Select. Get in the action with hockey, football, baseball, basketball, but in the original at sportselect.com. 100% legal, must be 18 plus. Please play responsibly.
In Edmonton, time now for the game of the day, brought to you by St. Albert Dodge, where the biggest sale of the year is on right now. All new 2025 Jeep Compass is on sale at $34,900. It's got the keyless entry, 8.4-inch touchless touch screen only at stalbertdodge.com as we welcome in Cordell Woodland from 105.7 The Fan. Morning, Cordell. You're with Kevin Karius once again. Thanks for jumping on Sports 1440. Second time in about a couple of months here. Appreciate it, man.
Yeah, no problem. Thanks for having me.
How many times have you been asked, is Lamar Jackson ready to go tonight?
Less and less here recently, because it's becoming more and more clear that he is going to be ready to go tonight. He's logged a full participant in practice this week, a real full participant, not like the one from Friday where he's practicing with the scout team and then they have to come back Saturday and change his practice status. So I think all signs point to Lamar and everybody else on this roster. The Ravens actually pretty healthy right now. All 53 on the active roster are going to be ready to go tonight. So we'll see what the inactives look like. But yeah, number 8 will be on the field.
Yeah. Last week, was that, I mean, I think they said after the game, it was just a misunderstanding about his designation. How did that kind of work there, Cordell?
Yeah, that was a debacle to say the least. Look, the Ravens said it was an honest mistake. John, after the game on Sunday, pretty much said he doesn't have anything to do with that. I mean, he named everybody else that's as a part of the team, from the training staff to communications, as the people that have something to do with putting the injury report together. Do I believe it was an honest mistake? It's tough for me to believe that, considering the Ravens know the rule book inside and out. John Harbaugh is very particular about the rule book. He knows what's going on usually. I think that it was a little bit of gamesmanship mixed with them trying to give Lamar a chance to play in that game, and it kind of all blew up in their face. And I do think the league is going to do something to them, whether it's a fine and or a loss of a draft pick or something, but it wouldn't shock me if the league makes an example out of the Ravens.
Cordell Woodland with us on Sports 1440. So with Lamar going in tonight, Cordell, do you expect any limitations with him?
Oh no, absolutely not. Absolutely not. I mean, it's go time for the Ravens. They're coming off that win against the Bears, but they're still just 2-5 right now. A long way to go to get back into the playoff picture and start thinking about having a chance to win this division. And the good thing for them, everybody in their division lost this past week, so they're only 2 games behind the Pittsburgh Steelers. So, I think that was a big part of Lamar missing the Bears game. Is it's 2 games in 4 or 5 days with that Bears game, and now tonight against Miami. I think that's probably why he didn't play in that Bears game, is because it would have been a lot on him to play 2 games in 4 or 5 days. But tonight I would expect that, he's going back to his home state of Florida. It'll be a lot of his family and friends in the building for this game tonight. I think Superman is putting the cape on later on this evening.
I wouldn't be surprised at all. What have you thought about the offense with, Huntley running the show with Lamar being out the last couple of games? What have you seen, especially in that win over the Bears, Cordell?
Yeah, I mean, it was good to see the offense kind of come back to life on Sunday against the Bears. They had really went with Cooper Rush starting 2 of those games that Lamar was out in, and they had no offense. I mean, they were averaging 6.5 points a game without Lamar Jackson out there. And that's an offense that was 3rd in the league, I believe, at the time in scoring when Lamar was there. They were averaging well over 30 points a game. So a major drop off. And you combine that with how bad the defense has played to start the year. It's just a recipe for failure. But I thought with Tyler Huntley getting the nod on Sunday, it gave them a little bit of that mobility that Lamar brings. And, I think Tyler Huntley has a great relationship with a lot of the skilled players on this team. So I think that a lot of the guys on the roster wanted to play for Tyler Huntley more than they wanted to play for Cooper Rush. And I felt like it showed on Sunday. They played with much more confidence. They were balanced. They ran the ball pretty well. Huntley was efficient throwing the football, got his receivers involved, and they scored 30 points. So, yeah, I thought if nothing else, it showed that these guys still can play at a high level, and adding Lamar back will just kind of put a rocket ship, I would imagine, on the back of this offense.
Cordell Woodland with us from 105.7, The Fan in Baltimore, as we preview tonight's Thursday nighter, the Ravens in Miami to take on the Dolphins. Do you think that this Ravens defense is finally starting to come around, Cordell? I mean, through week 5, they were very porous, but the last couple of weeks have been pretty darn good. What do you think?
Yeah, they have played better over these last 2 games. The Rams game before the bye week, they hold the Rams to 17 points. And then this past week against the Bears, they've got Caleb Williams uncomfortable a lot. They're forcing them into turnovers. They're bending but not breaking. They're forcing them into field goals. This defense has come a long way from a defense that couldn't tackle, couldn't cover, couldn't stop the run, couldn't do anything right, to be honest with you. I think them getting healthier has helped. And then, they made a trade. They traded Odafe Owe to the Chargers for Haloti Gilman, who's a safety. So it allows them to play more of that big nickel that they like to play, which puts 3 safeties on the field. So now Kyle Hamilton has moved closer to the line of scrimmage. He's essentially playing as like a hybrid safety / linebacker / nickel corner for them right now. So he can make more plays. He can kind of be more of that impact player. So they look more comfortable. They look physical. They're tackling in the open field. I do think in a sneaky way, they could have their hands full a little bit tonight. The Dolphins are coming off a really good game against the Falcons, and Tua isn't great. But one thing about Tua is he gets the ball out on time. He likes to throw it in rhythm. He's accurate. If he hits Jalen Waddle in stride like he did against the Falcons and it turned into a big touchdown, that's possible. That's possible. So it's going to be important, I think, for the Ravens to get pressure on Tua, hit him early, make him uncomfortable, and tackle in the open field. Because if Waddle gets loose, that could be a problem. And Devon A-Chain as well. I mean, he seems to find the end zone every week.
You mentioned that after that trade of Odafe Owe and then the pass rush. What's your concern with the pass rush? Are they getting enough pressure? Will they be able to get enough pressure on Tua and the quarterbacks down the road here?
Well, that's still the big issue with this defense. You know, it got a little better Sunday against the Bears, but they just don't have a guy. You know, they don't have a guy that can kind of handle that pass rush role. They don't have a premier pass rusher. Everybody else in the division, to a degree, does. You got Trey Hendrickson in Cincinnati, obviously Myles Garrett in Cleveland, and TJ Watt in Pittsburgh. The Ravens don't have that. They drafted Mike Green from Marshall this past year in the draft, and he got his first sack against the Bears. He led the nation in sacks coming out of college last year, but he has taken a little while to get going. So they've tried to scheme up pressures. They're trying to be a little bit more aggressive with their blitz looks, and especially on money downs like third downs and in the red zone. But yeah, that's how it's going to have to come. They're going to have to send pressure from the nickel corner, blitz Kyle Hamilton. They have to be creative because they don't have a guy that can get there. And I do wonder if they'll be able to get to Tua tonight because he gets the ball out of his hands so fast.
But he's prone to throwing picks, so this
No doubt.
secondary, right? The secondary could have a heyday tonight, right?
They could. I mean, Nate Wiggins, I think, is playing with a lot of confidence from the Ravens. He's played like he's their best corner right now. He had the interception last week against the Bears. And that's with him kind of getting picked on in the first quarter, really the first half. Romeo Dunze had a really good game Sunday against the Ravens, and a lot of that came against Nate Wiggins in the first half. But Nate's a very confident guy. He ends up making an interception late in the game that really iced it for them. And I do think this defense will be opportunistic. It just they have to play their style, and their style is aggressive, which would bode well for them considering this matchup. The Dolphins like to be on time. They like to be on schedule, on script. If you get them playing, if in some second and long, some third and longs, you hit Tua, now they're out of rhythm. Now they're out of sync. But if everything's going right for them, they could be tough to stop. So I'm curious to see if the Ravens defense can kind of set that tone early and force them into some negative plays in one of their first or two drives.
Yeah. I had a vested interest in last week's Bears-Ravens game, so I watched every play. Roquan Smith against his former team, man, he was a beast out there. What did you think of his play last week?
Yeah, I thought Roquan set the tone. And, he's one of those guys that is just getting healthy. He came back healthy for them, and he's their leader on the defense. I think Kyle Hamilton is their best defensive player, but Roquan is their leader. And he's the guy that they look to kind of set the tone and to give them that spark and to bring that energy. And he did. I think obviously he's motivated going against his former team, but Roquan set the tone, I thought, immediately in that game on Sunday. He finished with 12 tackles. He's all over the place. I thought he was really good in coverage. In his zone coverages. If somebody makes a catch, he's right there to tackle them immediately. I thought he was good in his run fits. I'd like to still see them blitz him a little more. I think Roquan can be more of an impact player if he's playing in the opposing team's backfield. And that goes hand in hand with them struggling to generate pressure. So I'd like to see Roquan get a chance to blitz a little bit more than he has. But no doubt, I thought Sunday against the Bears was a huge step for Roquan, and we'll see if he can pick up on it tonight.
What'd you see from the Dolphins last week in that win over Atlanta, Cordell? I mean, Atlanta's defense, at least through the air, was pretty darn good before that game, giving up 4 TD chucks to Tua. But, I mean, what did you see from that game? Is it maybe a one-off? And what do they take into tonight against that defense here?
Yeah, I mean, I think what you saw was what the Dolphins are capable of doing. You know, they're a bad team. Don't get me wrong. I do think they have a lot of issues going on in that locker room, in that organization. I don't know how long Mike McDaniels is going to keep his job. Josh McDaniels, I should say.
Yep.
I don't know how long he's going to. Oh, no, it is Mike McDaniels. Josh McDaniels is the Patriots offensive coordinator. But yeah, I think he's lost that team to a degree. But like I said, I think you saw what they're capable of. They can be an explosive offense. They can give you those quick hitters that turn into 60-yard plays like you saw on the slant pass to Jalen Waddle. Devon A-Chain can kill you for sure. So, and defensively, I don't think they're great defensively. I think, no doubt, shutting Bijan Robinson down is not the easiest thing to do. Very few defenses have done that, and the Dolphins are one of them. But they're playing without their starting quarterback. They're playing without their number one wide receiver. I do take a little bit of that into account. So I thought the Dolphins kind of got helped out with that. But no doubt, I think offensively for the Dolphins, you got to see how explosive they can be when it is all clicking for them.
Cordell, great information, great insight. Really appreciate it. Enjoy the Thursday nighter, and hopefully we can talk soon. Always enjoy our conversations.
Yeah, appreciate it. Thanks for having me.
That's Cordell Woodland, 105.7 The Fan in Baltimore. It's the Thursday nighter. Donnie P has the pick for the Duke. The spread is on Sports Select. Is it 7.5, Donnie P?
That it is.
That it is. Do you think that you have the right selection? It's your pick for the Duke? And you're a Dolphins fan?
I'm trying to channel my inner Duke right now because I know he's absolutely slaughtered you this year.
The inner Duke.
I'm trying to hey, he's absolutely slaughtered you this year.
Okay.
I know that for a fact. Yeah. But I'm trying not to disappoint him. And I think how I would disappoint him would be taking my Dolphins. But in saying that, I'm not going to pick against them.
You're taking the Dolphins?
I'm going to take the Dolphins on the spread.
And 7.5.
Yeah.
Okay.
To cover.
What do you think the Duke would say about that?
He would. Well,
did he give you any like, okay, Donnie, this is what I'm thinking? But did he go, Duke, she's all yours? Or Donnie, she's all yours?
He didn't give me any grief about anything. He said, it's all mine. And listen, he might be disappointed when he comes back. I think there's probably a strong likelihood he's disappointed. But given the fact that my own team bounced me in Survivor last week, I'm not going to bet against them again.
Okay. I will mark that down, and we'll keep track of our little score sheet here because we got, technically 2 weeks of picks here.
2 weeks.
And we're going to have 3 tomorrow with Eddie. 2 in the afternoon or morning, and then Sunday night, and then we'll do the Monday night game on Monday morning. How's that sound for you, Donnie?
Sounds good. Sounds good.
Hey, when we come back, now we'll hear from Ike Howard. How's that sound?
Sounds great.
Ike Howard got bumped for Frank Saravalli, but no big deal. Wow. That's coming straight up on the Kevin Carey Show with Donnie P, Josh Fenwick on Sports 1440, presented by Sports Select. We're streaming on YouTube, X, and Instagram, and Facebook.
Ugh, seriously, another door knocker? I really want to go solar, but these high-pressure tactics are exhausting.
And their prices are unbelievable. Before we do anything, let's call Great Canadian Solar.
There's a better way to go solar. Great Canadian Solar provides honest advice and fair pricing to save you from overpaying. They're easy to deal with and will never put pressure on you to buy. As a trusted local business for over 15 years, Great Canadian Solar will support you in your solar journey. Visit greatcanadiansolar.com and call today to get started.
Weekly NFL giveaways, drink specials, huge screen TVs. The hits keep coming at First Round, Edmonton's NFL headquarters. Watch NFL football at First Round, and you could win a trip to your favorite NFL city for a regular season game next season. Catch NFL action Thursday nights, all day Sunday, starting with the Pro Bowl brunch from 10:30 to 2. Then Monday night with half-price boneless wings after 6 p.m. First Round, burgers, beer, sports. Downtown and Bourbon Street, West Edmonton Mall.
Weekends were made for Oil Kings hockey at Rogers Place.
This Saturday in Ice District, kids take over as your Edmonton Oil Kings face off with the Medicine Hat Tigers at an early 2 p.m. puck drop.
Where kids will be taking over some of the biggest roles needed to run an Oil Kings game.
And at every home game, score Calmont Kids food combos for $10 or less. The value is king-sized.
Edmonton Oil Kings, Medicine Hat Tigers, kids take over this Saturday at 2.
Great family entertainment at Rogers Place starts at just $20 a seat. Save on day of game pricing now at oilkings.ca.
Getting in on the sports action you want is as easy as playing at sportselect.com. Simply make your picks online, generate your QR code, and lock in your bet at your local Lotto Spot retailer. Then sit back, watch the game, grip your chair, and high-five anyone nearby. Every bet is 100% legal with the chance of winning cash in hand. Sports Select. When you're ready to play, bet on the original. Must be 18 plus to play. Play responsibly.
Albertans celebrate a bounty of beautiful places to visit, boundless adventures to take, all in driving distance. And Sherwood Honda has the fuel-efficient vehicle that helps you go even further and appreciate more. Hybrid CRVs and Civics mean more thanks in your tanks, more great trips to be grateful for. And of course, Sherwood Honda is thankful for the chance to help you get there. It's a beautiful time of year, and it sure would be nice to hit the road with Sherwood Honda.
Stories, guests, and insights. This is Sports 1440 and the Kevin Karius Show.
All right, welcome back to the big program. 9:21 in Edmonton. Kevin Karius, Donovan Paulson, Donnie P, and Josh Fenwick in the studio here at West Edmonton Mall. Hey, we got Blue Jays baseball tomorrow. Game number 6, right after the Jason Greger show, 6 p.m. Start time, first pitch. It's usually about 10 after 6 or so. But you can hear right here on Sports 1440, you could potentially hear a World Series championship title. And Bob, our buddy Bob, has texted in and said, here's one for you, Kevin. In 1993, the Blue Jays won the World Series. And then a Canadian team won the Stanley Cup. The last time the Canadian team won the Stanley Cup. Could this be foreshadowing?
Let's hope so.
It would be unbelievable. The Kevin Karius Show is brought to you by Sports Select. We talked about that QR code. We've also got the paper selection slips. No problemo. You just make your picks on the selection slip. Give it to the clerk at the local Lotto Spot retailer. It'll spit them out with all your picks. It's 100% legal. You got to be 18 years plus. Please play responsibly. Earlier in the show, we had a conversation and aired a conversation that I had with Jack Roslovic yesterday following practice of the Oilers. They'll be taking to the ice in just over an hour for their morning skate to get ready for the New York Rangers tonight at Rogers Place. Also had a nice chit-chat with Ike Howard, who, again, still finding his way. Think about it. Last year, he's playing NCAA hockey last year. He's winning the Hobie Baker Award. I mean, this is a lot of things that are new to him when you think about it. You know, he transferred from Minnesota to Duluth and went to Michigan State. Remember, he went to when the Oilers played in Detroit, all of his teammates were at the Detroit game. His coach, Adam Nightingale, was there as well. That's part of the conversation that we had yesterday with Ike Howard.
Well, first off, Ike, just maybe describe your goal that you scored against Utah, just in front of the net. Good spot, right time.
Yeah, I think just shift, getting pucks back, and in a good scoring area. And Rico made a nice play, popped that out, and just buried it.
When you see guys behind the net like that, and Rico does such a good job along the boards, are you putting yourself in a good spot? And you know that good chance he's going to see me, find me in front like that? Yeah, I mean, just good thing to always land in the scoring areas. Even if that puck doesn't pop out, if you do it over and over again, eventually it's going to come. And, it's good for him to find me there. So it's been,
a couple of weeks here now. You're starting to get more familiar, more comfortable. What's it been like here as you continue to grow here?
Yeah, it's been great. Now it just kind of starts feeling normal, and I think normal is a good thing. Know what to expect every day and things like that. So it's been great.
What are the things maybe you didn't expect that are happening?
Yeah, I mean, nothing. I guess nothing that I didn't expect. Like I kind of knew a little bit what I was coming into. Obviously, I knew you're gonna play way more games, you're gonna travel way more, and lifestyle's gonna be different, things like that. But I didn't say nothing crazy, honestly.
I think I asked Matt Savoy when I interviewed him when you guys came back from that long road trip, his first long road trip, your first long road trip. What was that like? I mean, that's the NHL. That's a trip where you're gone for several days. What was it like for you?
Yeah, you kind of see the grind a little bit of the travel and things you have to do to still be prepared for the games and stuff. And but at the same time, like road trips are fun, like being on the road. Great experience. So it was pretty fun.
Were some of those cities that you went to, had you ever been to some of them before?
No, never been to New York City somehow, but that was fun to see. And then I went to Michigan, which was fun, see my old teammates and stuff. So it was good.
So what was that like when you went out there to see some of the old guys?
Yeah, it was great. They all kind of came out and supported me for that game. I love all those guys. It was special for them to come out and see me, and then just get a chance to talk to them afterwards and stuff like that. It was fun.
And Coach was there too?
Yeah, he was there too.
Did you talk to him? What was it like to kind of reconnect with him?
Yeah, I didn't see him after the game, but we just texted and call and stuff like that, and just good to reconnect. I always like to hear his side of things now, like with the team and stuff like that. And then, I still like his feedback and stuff from the games and things like that. So it's good.
How many teammates were there? What did you talk to them about? What was the interaction like there?
Yeah, there was probably 20 something, like pretty much the whole team. So I just congratulated them on their year so far. They had a big sweep over Boston University. And then they were just asking me little things about how it's been and stuff like that, just catching up.
What's it like to follow them now? I mean, you're where you are, but still, so many guys, no matter where they are, they still want to follow their old team. And it could be any sport, it could be whatever. Yeah. It's your alma mater.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, it's different, obviously, because I was just there last year, obviously, and I'm close with all the guys. So it's fun to follow them. And, I kind of still feel like I'm a part of it, honestly. And, it's just great to see their success.
Here and now, though, I mean, you're growing, you're getting better. It's getting more familiar with you, not only on the ice, but off the ice. What's that transition been like for you? Because, like last year, you're on campus, you're doing this, you're doing that. Now you're in a city, you're playing in the NHL.
Yeah, it's a hockey player's dream. Like it's pretty special. I don't take it for granted. Like it's show up to packed buildings, great hockey cities. It's definitely a lifestyle for hockey players. So I've loved it.
Do you feel there's a certain maybe connection? You got, David Tomaszek, you got Maxwell, you got, you three guys are rookies. Dave's a little older, obviously, but what's it been like to have sort of maybe a few guys to lean on, bend on in that sense, to have, just coming into the league for the first time?
Yeah, I feel like the new guys have there's a lot of new guys, so it's easy to acclimate and get to know guys, and especially like having Savvy, like obviously we're the same age, same draft, things like that. So it's been pretty easy just to go through things with him as well, and then everyone else kind of on the same page and stuff like that. So it's been good.
What have some of the older veteran guys been telling you? And has the message changed from a month in, 6 weeks in from training camp and things like that?
Yeah, I mean, I think a lot of them just kind of tell me to shoot the puck. Like that's a big thing. Just and then obviously just we're always working on cleaning up things as a team, just to stay sharp and things like that. But we got great veteran presence in the locker room, and it's cool to see them obviously like take charge, and when we need it, that they can give great advice.
Where did you get your quick release from? Like, what did you work on? How did you work on? And how did that come for you?
Shooting as many pucks as I can. It's no special thing other than I try to shoot pucks as much as I can. So,
did you have anyone you looked at? Did you see someone's maybe rolling of the wrist release point that you maybe watched in years past?
Yeah, I mean, when I was growing up, there's always like shooters that are kind of not reinventing the wheel, but they're coming up with new releases and better stuff. I mean, I think when Matthews entered the league, he kind of took his release like globally. I think a lot of people started seeing how good his shot was. And, you know, I was 13, 14 at that time. Like, obviously I'm going to the shooting room, working on specific things like that. And just, I think it just slowly builds, and now it just feels natural.
Maybe a guy in your age group ballpark, say Connor Bedard, seemed to lift his lower hand up the shaft and have more whip. Is that something you kind of try to do or look to do?
Yeah, I mean, he's also a great shooter. I mean, I think and now I'm not really thinking when I'm shooting, you know what I mean? It's just the release that I have. So it's not too technical. It's more just kind of natural and off feel.
Have you noticed that there's not as much time to get it away?
Yeah. Oh yeah. There's less time and space. And that's what I would expect in the best league in the world.
Ike, thanks for doing this. I really appreciate it. Good luck against the Rangers and then on the weekend against the Hawks.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
That's Ike Howard. Conversation yesterday we had in the locker room following practice. And Howard will be in the lineup tonight against the New York Rangers. We'll see where they go. Practice morning skate in about an hour. If they go 11-7 again or decide to fill in that fourth line with a guy like Noah Philp, or we'll see what happens. Hey, Bob, you've been corrected, buddy. You've been corrected because you're correct. You're right in a sense, but you're also incorrect. Bobby texted it and said in 93, the Blue Jays won the World Series, and then a Canadian team won Lord Stanley. Beerman goes, well, that's not quite right, Beerman says. In May or June of 93, the Jays would have won the Cup. And then in October of 93, it was when the Blue Jays won the World Series. They also won in 92. So, you know, Bob's he's in the ballpark here. When we come back, Ladislav Schmid has entered the building. It's a Kevin Karius show. Our co-host will be with us right after the break. Along with Donnie P, Josh Fenwick on Sports 1440, presented by Sports Select. We're streaming on YouTube, X, Facebook, and Instagram. Want some good news? St. Albert Dodge is holding the biggest sale of the year on their in-stock Ram 1500 Sports. Every single one on the lot is discounted by a whopping $14,000. Yeah, 14 grand. And St. Albert Dodge has the best selection in Alberta. Over 90 Ram 1500 Sports to choose from with great packages, including the Night Edition and GT models, all $14,000 off the ticket price. Get down there and see how easy it is to do business at St. Albert Dodge.
Mr. Rooter meets a ghost. One plunge, 2, and 3. A toilet clogged with a ghost? Man, I love plumbing. You're free now.
I will never find peace. The clog is fixed, yes, but I have never trusted the sump pump.
No problemo. I can fix that. Now go to the light, you little scamp.
Thank you, Mr. Rooter.
To resolve your unfinished plumbing business, trust one plumber, Mr. Rooter.
Get ready, Edmonton. Glow Christmas Festival returns to light up the Edmonton Expo Center from December 4th to 31st with dazzling activities for the entire family. Wander the glowing trails, meet Santa in his sleigh, and shop from over 30 local artisans and vendors with handcrafted gifts and holiday treasures, perfect for everyone on your list. Get your tickets and learn more about what's on this season by visiting the calendar of events at edmontonexpocenter.com today.
This is Andrew Walker, host of the postgame show on Sports 1440. After every hockey game this season, tune in and chime in as we talk about the game. It's all sponsored by Legacy Heating and Cooling. Don't get left in the cold. Visit legacyheating.ca.
Whoa, who took off all the lights?
Experience the new charcoal menu at Booster Juice.
Charcoal menu?
Introducing the Eclipse Smoothie, Blackout Booster Mixer, and Midnight Booster Ball.
Where's that voice coming from?
Dark and delicious, made with activated charcoal.
Can we please turn the lights back on?
Sorry, I'm just excited about the new charcoal menu.
Wow, that is good.
Right?
Available now, only at Booster Juice.
The job won't wait. Why should you? At AWS Welding Supplies and Repairs, conveniently located in Nisku, we've got everything you need to get it done. From product sales to servicing and calibrating machines, we're your one-stop shop. We're a proud, locally owned and operated business, committed to serving our community with a proven track record of customer service. Don't let a broken tool slow you down. We offer fast repairs and free same-day delivery of in-stock items to Leduc, Nisku, and South Edmonton. AWS Welding. We make it happen.
At jackpotcity.net, you can do amazing things with just one casino chip.
Discover a world of incredible casino games with over 500 high-quality online slot games, including the world-renowned progressive jackpot slot Mega Moolah. Play for free at jackpotcity.net and get treated as a VIP 24/7. So visit jackpotcity.net today on your tablet, laptop, or mobile. Jackpot City, a whole world of casino games. 18 plus. Please play responsibly. This is not a gambling website.
Portion of this hour brought to you by Sports Select. Playing Sports Select is easy. Visit sportselect.com and generate a QR code or check out how to play their videos for step-by-step guidance. Sportselect.com, 100% legal, must be 18 plus. Please play responsibly.
Stories, guests, and insights. This is Sports 1440 and the Kevin Karius Show.
Do you have in and out too? I got an email.
That'll be sent in a minute.
Yeah, thank you.
All right, welcome back to the big program. 9:35 in Edmonton. Kevin Karius, Donnie P, and Josh Fenwick with you on Sports 1440. Thursday means our co-host, Ladislav Schmid, former Edmonton Oiler, NHLer, is in the house. Good morning, Laddie.
Good morning, everyone.
And how are you doing this fine Thursday?
I'm all right.
Yeah?
Yeah.
You're off next Thursday. You're going to check. When are you going?
Today.
Tonight. Are you packed? Ready to go?
No. Gonna pack when I get home.
What time's the flight?
6.
Maybe you should maybe you should do a little diversion and stop in Cancun and see the Duke for a couple days.
No, I want to have a nice day. Well, I would like to check if he brought a big suitcase or just the little,
or what he's gonna wear.
Oh my
the
god!
Linen pants.
Oh, 100% it's shorts, flip flops, and Tommy Bahama.
He went I think it was this week. He went to the mall and got all his shoes and pants and shorts and golf
so
shirts.
what are you thinking? Are you thinking he's going to be wearing like a suit?
No.
Shorts.
I think maybe sort of like a
linen pants. That's what I suggested.
Yeah,
like
something like that. But he said he didn't want to. He went to Lululemon. He said the prices were too high for him.
what? Okay, whoa. You're going for linen pants to Lululemon.
Well, I don't know exactly what he was looking at. Okay? I can't confirm that.
I cannot curse, right?
No.
Swear. Yeah, so that's a wrong store to go to.
I don't know. I mean, it's the Duke. I don't know what he was searching for.
So why doesn't he give me a shout and like
I could see you taking him shopping.
I took Joey Moss for shopping.
Did
I
you?
don't want to compare Joey Moss to him. Sorry. Came out wrong. I'm sorry, Duke. But we did well with Joey. I could do it for Duke. Go to Lululemon. Like, come on. There's like places that specialize.
If you took Duke shopping, would you bring out your credit card and say, you know what, here, Dukey Duke, little treat for the Dukey
my God.
Duke?
Maybe I would buy him one present. Yes. Yes. Lululemon. Like, I like Lululemon. Don't get me wrong, but not for like wedding. Like, why would he go there?
Yeah.
But it is
I
expensive.
don't know. Yeah.
It is expensive.
Well, you go to, what is it, Aloe?
I go to Aloe.
Aloe?
Yeah.
I can't afford that place.
It's pretty expensive.
Yeah.
They know my wife by first name.
Really?
So that's a problem.
That is a
Like,
problem.
Yeah, that is a problem. She laughs at it. I was like, it's not very funny. It's like they just know you by the first
When
name.
the bill comes in,
Yeah.
eh?
Yeah. She just ordered some stuff for Christmas. It's end of October and she's already ordering
And wearing it already.
Well, she will be for sure.
Yeah. Oh,
She ordered me some stuff too because I think she just felt bad.
Yeah.
But I do like it. It's comfortable.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, looks
Well,
good.
yeah, I mean, when I walk by that store, I'm just looking the window and I'm like, oh.
You're just creeping at girls.
No,
like,
no.
let's be honest here.
They're mannequins, what I'm
They're
looking at. So, but I
Treat
go,
Laura. Treat Laura.
no,
bro.
that's, she doesn't like that stuff. I just bought her a pair of boots the other day.
Oh,
Yeah.
nice.
The UGG ones, the fluffy ones on the inside.
That's what my wife likes.
Yeah,
it, My daughter likes it now too.
Yeah.
10-year-old daughter. She wears
Uggs.
Uggs. Yeah. It's like, I think $200 or like $180. She wears Uggs.
Yeah.
It's like she's gonna grow out of it in like a couple months.
I know. Well, there you go. Hey, are you like, we talked about the Blue Jays. So you were watching the Oil Kings last night. They won in Lethbridge.
Yeah.
We'll talk about that for a second. But I mean, everyone's talking about the Blue Jays. Like it's the Blue
incredible.
Jays fever.
Like, let's be honest. Like, it's incredible. Like, I'll be honest. Like, I'm cheering for them. Like, it's a Canada team. But I didn't have high hopes going into the series.
Did.
Like, like Dodgers stacked, right? But this team, man, like hearing the guys from the team, even like the veteran, I think Scherzer mentioned it, that he's never been on a team that's so close. And like they're just like a team, good character. They're there for one another. It just shows even in like baseball, right? Like it does something for you. It's like, don't underestimate the power of the team.
Like we were talking earlier with the young guys here and saying about I didn't feel like this when the Raptors won. No.
Yeah, like
I don't know. Maybe
I don't know. Like it's been a while. Like I remember like everybody going bananas, but I think baseball is bigger.
Yeah.
Let's be honest. Baseball. I think baseball in Canada is bigger than basketball, in my opinion. Like
some people would disagree with you. I mean,
I think more kids like especially in spring play baseball. Even like I see it with the hockey.
Yeah.
Like a lot of kids play baseball. So like I don't see any kids going, hey, I'm gonna skip spring practice for basketball. Like I'm sure there's a lot of kids playing basketball. Like I guess I come across more kids or people playing even like a slow pitch. You know, like when you retire slow pitch, or like a lot of people in the spring or summer, they play in the field. So now you have the only Canadian team in the finals. Like it's awesome. I hope we can get another Canadian team. Like they were talking about Vancouver, maybe.
Well,
I don't think Montreal's going to happen ever.
No, Montreal, they got to build a stadium first. Montreal's a great baseball town.
It is, but like I think Vancouver could make a lot of sense.
A lot of things happen.
Didn't Adam Silver talk about it? I think he mentioned it in one of his interviews.
He's got enough problems to go on right now. Kevin Karius, Ladislav Shmid with you on Sports 1440. Hey, before we get to Oil Kings, about 2 weeks ago, and I forgot to bring it up the last week, we were talking about your dad and when he was playing, and then because we brought up Vaclav Nedomansky, and he played in Detroit, and then we wanted to talk a little bit about your dad's career. We want to talk, but right, because and then we were going to say, hey, let's talk about it next week because we were running out of time.
Yeah.
So I wanted to kind of bring that up, and because you said, oh, I got so many stories to tell. I got this, I got that.
Well, it's just like my dad's story, man. Like he came from like a pretty poor family. And like my dad is old. Like he experienced the end of Second World War. So like he remembers like the Germans and like all that stuff. His dad was arrested a couple times because he was against the Germans. He was helping the Czech people. So it was like a dangerous times. But like when he was growing up, like I said, not too much money. So he would start playing hockey on like ponds in the winter, right? Then he would move on to, they had like outdoor rinks back then. But the skates, like you had just shoes, and then you attach the blades to it, and then you screw it to
Screwed it or like
like tied it up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe like a strap or something.
Yeah. Just like that. And then I don't know how old he was. Like he finally got his first skates after some kids that it was like too small for. So that's how he started. But it was like a small village of like 1,500 people, south of Czech, southwest.
Yeah.
And then he went on to play for this little village town. They had a decent team, but like nothing, compared to their bigger leagues. But they were like scouts going around, these little villages. That's where you got like usually the best kids. So these like scouts from bigger teams, they would watch kids playing on a pond, like a pond hockey. They're like, oh, this.
And that's how you got scout. How he was scouted.
He then got approached from Plzeň. He went to study there for high school. He started to play hockey.
Yeah.
And that was first, like when he was 14, 15 or 16, I think that was the first time he played organized hockey.
Wow.
And then like 2 or 3 years later, he made some big strides, played for the big team there. And then he went to the army. He joined the army team. It was like Duke Delburne was like a big army team. That was like, I think a 5 or 6 like Czechoslovakia team. So that was, like 4 or 5 teams between Czech and Slovakia. It was called Dukla.
Mhm.
And he went on to the play for Dukla Ilava for many years.
And then that's how he got to the Czech national team?
Yes,
Okay.
from there, because a lot of, so you had to go to like go to the army program for 2 years. So these army teams, they would get the best players
Right.
from all over the Czech.
So this would be similar to Russian Red Army. Okay.
It was the same model.
Okay.
So like the Dukla Ihlava was like, it's like a famous team. They used to have the most titles. Now they got surpassed by another team that was like their rivals, but the other team stay in the top league. Dukla Ihlava is the league below. Like it's a smaller city. They didn't have money. I think now they're trying to climb back. They just built a new arena. Beside the point, but yeah. So he started to play for Dukla Ihlava. Most of the guys after 2 years they would leave back to their teams. My
Okay.
dad stayed for I think 10 or 12 years. He won 6 titles. He was a captain of the team. Went on to playing for national team, Olympics. He's got bronze from Olympics.
Okay.
He's got a couple medals from World Championships.
Did those, like when you got to the, because I always heard that with the Russian teams, and again, similar but different, you know what I mean? Did they get like preferential treatment? I don't know if that's the right phrase, but you always talk about, okay, a lot of people in Czech or Russia, well, maybe they didn't have enough food. They didn't have enough this. But
Like
once you made it to the, you were taken care of. How's that sound?
Yeah, like because it was like a communist or like there was like a close connection with Russia back then, right? Like all the politicians were sucking up to them. Yeah, like you need like a cards, let's say, to buy a car or like something like a extraordinary you didn't need. You need like it was like a car from the government or something.
Something like a splurge to get.
Splurge. Like you still have to like pay for it, but like people were waiting. Like and like if you were on these teams, like you got bumped up and you could buy like a nice car.
Right.
But it was like that. But yeah, the treatment was a little bit like preferential, but my dad told me it was like it's an army team.
Yeah.
So like if you disobey the order or like you would be lacking or something, they would send you to like a not totally work camp, but the regular army base, and you were without hockey and you had to like do the worst of the worst jobs.
Wow.
Yeah, so it wasn't joke. Like you had to like deserve the spot, but when you made it and you were there, it was better than for the rest of the people who were like some of them were seriously struggling. And the connection with I think it was CSKA, CSKA Moscow. It was the like Red Army team. Yeah, there was a bunch of coaches, but the coaches were also like in connection with that Dukla Ihlava or a national team coaches. So a lot of training that the Russian teams did, the Czech teams did as well. But my dad said like the coach in Czech, he had to shave it off by like 30% because it was too much.
So that bronze medal. Yeah. What Olympic Games was that? Do you remember? Innsbruck.
64 maybe. I don't know. Like
I'll have to check.
60 something.
Josh is on it right now.
Yeah, it was in Innsbruck.
Could be 68 maybe.
Or maybe 68.
Yeah.
Could be.
72. Okay, 70. Man, okay, well, 8. I'm going
He's got it at
backwards.
home. I'm gonna see it tomorrow.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
That was honestly the motivation. Like a lot of his medals. Like he has like a spot in the house where all his medals and trophies are on the display. Now they added mine to it, but like I was just showing my youngest son his Olympic medal. It's just pretty special.
It'd be 64.
64.
Okay. Yeah. They also held it in 76, I think, as well.
So 64.
64.
Yeah.
So that because when you look at his profile, you know, not a lot comes up.
No,
because they didn't keep track of that stuff. Nobody.
All those balls, man.
Well, but European, like they kept track of stuff over here.
Yeah, I know it was cool. Like I got to go with my dad to these they made every year there's like an Olympians get together. So my dad would go every year and he would bring me to it. So I would see all his former teammates. I would see the other Olympians from different sports. It was a really cool experience to hear all these stories. But yeah, it was wild times as well back then. It's just no phones, no social
Well,
media.
yeah.
But
So
they like to go, they like to get after it as well. These
yeah.
animals, yeah.
Now I'm just looking. I kind of just punched it up here because I didn't know that he won the bronze.
Yeah.
So I hope I'm right in saying this because this is all on the fly. Soviet Union was 7-0, and I think it was just round robin back then.
Yeah.
Sweden, Czech, and Canada all 5-2.
Yeah.
But
there was a goal differential.
Sweden was plus 31, Czech plus 19, Canada plus 15.
Yeah. So that's how it was. Yeah.
Yeah.
Russia, hey, 7-0.
They had 54 goals, 10 against. They were plus 44.
My dad said it was like when they were on, it was just unstoppable.
Oh, I couldn't imagine.
Yeah.
And then, well, I mean, it's not long, 8 more years for that. And then that's when, the Summit Series.
Summit Series,
yeah,
started. And yeah, it was one of the best hockey ever.
Wow, for sure. Well, that's good. Anyway, I'm glad because I felt bad. I forgot to bring it up. And
it's all right. It's all right. But a lot of stories. And it was a tough time back then, like for people. So they only had like hockey or soccer, these big sports. And like for hockey, because a lot of people didn't like Russians, right? So those were big games. But the funny thing is too, like some of my dad's teammates or like the guys he play against in the league, they would be in the national team for hockey and national team for soccer, which is crazy.
Wow.
Yeah, like there was like I think 2 or 3 guys that they were, like in both. Like you can imagine these days.
So I just got to read this. And I mean, this is Wikipedia. You got to take it with a grain of salt, I know, but it's just the first thing that came up. In the final round of the World Championship group, Canada played Sweden. Swedish player Carl Goran Oberg broke his stick, tossed it aside. The broken end of the stick went into the Canadian bench where it struck the head coach, Father David Bauer, in the face.
David Bauer.
Yeah.
Yeah, that my dad talked about him.
Is that right?
Yeah.
Opened a bleeding wound. Bauer demanded his players to remain on the bench and not retaliate since he didn't want to take penalties late in the game. Canada went on to win 3-1. Bauer forgave Oberg for the incident. On the next day, Bauer invited Oberg to sit with him while watching the Soviet Union play Czechoslovakia.
Oh, that's nice.
Oh, there you go.
Act of kindness.
Yeah. So your dad talked about Father David Bauer?
Yeah, he mentioned his name. Yeah.
That's pretty cool.
He's well known.
Well, I mean, absolutely. I mean, in Hockey Canada circles, the rink's named after him in Calgary.
Yeah, I know. Like, yes. And yeah, like my dad mentioned him a couple times because he played against him.
Ah, man, that's a great story. Good story. Quick note on the Oil Kings. They won last night 8-6 in Lethbridge.
Yes.
But lots of goals.
Lots of goals. Yeah. They had a really good start. And, I think they're hitting, I don't want to say they're heading the wrong direction, but, it's you're gonna have some up and downs. But what I'm a little concerned about is their third periods. They're allowing a lot of goals in third period.
That's not Gator style, is it?
No, probably not. But those are young kids. I think they're gonna figure out their team is way too good, but they need to clean it up and back there. It's just it's a puck management, game management. It usually comes with experience, but they do have a little bit older team now, so they should be able to figure out.
Oilers play the Rangers here tonight. You going to the game? No, you're going to check. Sorry. Wake up. You think I think Donnie P was asking these questions?
Yes.
Hey, you know what? Laddie's already slandered me enough this morning.
I did?
Slandered him?
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Over what?
Are you one of those that too touchy?
No, I don't care. I'm just joking.
He doesn't care.
Slander Donnie P.
He doesn't care what I say.
My for some reason, my emails can never end up in Laddie's inbox, and Laddie's email just winds up disrespecting me.
Anyway, sorry about that. I forgot. But did you watch the Tuesday night game? Specifically, Bouchard and Ekholm started to play again together. They dressed 7D. I mean, let's go on the 7D. Do you think we see 7D again tonight?
I hope not. I hate it. You know it.
I know. We're talking
I hate it. Yep, and Bowman is out, so they cannot even dress. I thought he was day to day. No, sorry.
Sure,
I'm stupid.
That's
no,
okay.
Stupid. I just read something. No, stupid. He's
no worries.
Yeah. Sorry.
But 70. But Bouchard and Ekholm played together the most.
Yeah,
know,
like
and-
I want them together. Like figure out. I know Eggholm hasn't had the greatest start of the season, but given what happened last year, he was injured a lot. He couldn't get his footing going really towards the end of the season. So I just want some stability. Don't move the pieces around. Don't play 7D, 6D. Now Wallman is healthy. I would want Nurse, Wallman, Bouchard, Eggholm, and just roll with it.
Why do you think Wallman and Nurse haven't?
You have to give them some time.
Okay.
It's not going to happen overnight. I would still. What are the other options?
I know. That's the whole thing. I mean, you sign Wallman long term. These are your 4 guys you're going with.
This is your top 4.
Yeah.
And like I think Cooley is good in the third D pair. Whoever you get to turn there, put there. For me probably Emberson. I would give him a chance.
Well, they've been Cooley and Emberson have been pretty good here.
I think they're good.
Yeah.
I would stick with that. 6 guys.
Yeah.
Just roll with it. It's I was happy that Oilers for second and third period. That was the Oilers hockey. First period, not so much. Again, but like they have to start putting together full 60.
Yeah,
in my opinion.
Top of the hour, we're going to go in or out with Ladislav Schmid. We got Molly Walker from the Rangers with the New York Post. She's in town, covers the team, the Rangers. So just missed her yesterday. That's all straight ahead. Before that, time now for a Sports 1440 update brought to you by Loca Quality Market. Your next dinner's ready with Loca Quality Market's gourmet meals. It's a butcher, it's a baker, it's a cafe, deli, rotisserie, pizzeria, all under one roof. Shop local at loca.ca. Here is Donnie P.
This is a Sports 1440 update.
It is game day as the Oilers host the Rangers. Puck drop going just after 7 o'clock. Stuart Skinner expected to start for the Oilers, and Igor Shesterkin expected for New York. The Flames, they travel to Ottawa. The Jets battle the Blackhawks. Vancouver takes on St. Louis, and the Kings clash with the Red Wings. The Thursday nighter sees Lamar Jackson returning to action for the Ravens against the Miami Dolphins. Only 4 games on the hard court tonight. The Magic are in Charlotte. The Bucks host the Warriors. It's the Thunder and Wizards and the Heat. They battle the Spurs. Coming up right after the break, we're going to go in or out with myself, Kevin, and Laddie. I'm Donovan Paulson. That's your Sports 1440 update.
Sports 1440, Stingray radio station. CKJR broadcasts from West Edmonton Mall and Wetaskiwin.
Download the free Stingray music app and listen wherever you go.
Every lunchtime, hang with Low Tide. Weekdays from noon to 2 on Sports 1440. Low Tide and Declan Kruger gives you the deep dives, sharp analysis, and Edmonton sports talk done right. Your game, your station, Sports 1440.
Getting in on the sports action you want is as easy as playing at sportselect.com. Simply make your picks online, generate your QR code, and lock in your bet at your local Lotto Spot retailer. Then sit back, watch the game, grip your chair, and high-five anyone nearby. Every bet is 100% legal with the chance of winning cash in hand. Sports Select. When you're ready to play, bet on the original. Must be 18 plus to play. Play responsibly.
Looking for the perfect used ride? Now's the time. Drive away for as little as $25 bi-weekly. Go Auto has over 7,500 used vehicles in stock with something for everyone. From budget-friendly cars and road trip-ready SUVs to powerful work-ready trucks. With around 70 locations across Canada, your next vehicle is closer than you think. Whether you're upgrading, downsizing, or buying for the first time, we've got the right ride at the right price. But don't wait. These deals won't stick around forever. Start shopping today at goauto.ca.
For almost half a century, families, farmers, and mechanics across Alberta have trusted Ed's Auto Salvage in Westlock. Why? Because we know cars and we know value. Hi, Lisa here. And whether it's keeping your work truck hauling or getting your teenager's first car back on the road, Ed's has the parts you need at prices you can afford. Reliable, affordable, local. That's Ed's Auto Salvage. With province-wide shipping and daily delivery to Edmonton, visit us at edsautosalvage.com.
I hear the train.
Backed by popular demand, Folsom Prison Revisited. The story of one of the greatest concerts in history returns to the Jubilee Auditorium November 27th. Step back in time before, during, and after this iconic Johnny Cash performance. You'll relive an event that changed the life of Johnny Cash and changed music forever. Tickets at Ticketmaster.ca and the Jubilee box office. Brought to you by Stars and Stories Live.
Tonight, gonna have
With over 30 years of sports experience, this is the Kevin Karius Show, brought to you by Sports Select.
Bet on the original at sportselect.com. Please play responsibly.
He did, yeah. All right, welcome back to the big program, 10 o'clock in Edmonton. We were just talking about Freddie Mercury. I was talking about him with Dave Jameson. And how he, because remember how he used to hold his microphone? Because it was like a half mic. What happened was, and if you even go to that movie, Bohemian Rhapsody, he was trying to get the mic out of the stand in order to fix it, and it broke. So now that's kind of how he just went with the half microphone, like the stand. So you like that movie?
A lot.
Bohemian Rhapsody. Oh, man.
Queen, like one of the best bands. Like he might be one of my, like maybe the favorite singer.
Yeah, I mean, and like even
amazing.
Mike Myers in that movie, like the old producer there.
Yeah,
Queen.
the movie was made very well.
It was a really good one. Time now for. Are you in or out?
Still didn't get the email.
In or out?
Okay. You know what? Moving too fast. Bottom line. Are you in or you out? In or out of what? No time for questions. Just action. In or out.
Well, then I'm out.
I'm sorry, Jet. Actually, you're already in.
Are you in or are you out?
On Sports 1440.
I thought you would go, I'm in, Bob. We would have had a really cool moment, but you kind of ruined the whole thing.
You know, this is so good
I get Flax for sending it to the PDF. I get Flax for sending it to the document. Now getting Flax for just attaching it to a damn email.
When is Duke coming back? And look at the numbers: 1, 2, 3, 4, 1.
Yeah,
Listen,
I know.
it does that on the email, man. Who cares? It's not like it's gonna be going. I'm gonna go from one to the other one.
This is professional environment. Sorry.
All right, Donnie P. Letterbuck.
Alrighty, gentlemen. I'm saying that the most impressive player on this Blue Jays run has been young Trey Savage.
Wow. I'm gonna be out, Donnie.
I'm out, and I'm in a different galaxy. Don't get me wrong. Great, great story, but no.
This is Vladimir Guerrero.
Yeah, it's Vladdy.
I mean, I understand where you're coming with Trey, and especially maybe some recency bias from last night. But Vladdy hit a home run last night, back to back.
He's got one of the best performances.
He's 2 home runs off 10, which is Randy Arozarena.
That's
he's your most impressive Blue Jay over this whole run, if that's the question.
Yeah, I totally agree.
I was just gonna say, I'm just looking at it as Vladdy's the $500 million man. Trey Savage is the guy who's come all the way from A-ball. He's gone up every tier of professional baseball this year. And you watched him no-hit the Yankees, albeit it was only just over 5 innings pitched against the Yankees in the DS. he is. I mean, last night he was absolutely dominant to 3 straight MVPs in the Dodgers order. Like
I get your point.
No,
It's
I
just-
disagree. I don't get his point.
Well,
because the way the question is,
this whole run,
the most impressive player. If he would say like something along the lines that, like just if he would structure the question different, but you said the most impressive player in the whole run, you gotta go with Vladdy.
Gotta go with.
You gotta go with Vladdy. I get your point. I bet you have his picture next to your bed, just like Strutty has mine. But yes, like he has been impressive. Like the whole story is like crazy to me. He's young, inexperienced. He shows up in the big leagues and he's a great outing. But Vladdy has been very consistent every single game, and like he's 2 home runs away from like making history, basically. Like
it's fair. There's a lot of guys who have been very impressive on this run, but I've loved what I've seen from Trey Savage, and I think he's going to be an absolute stud for years to come. Off to number 2, fellas, the Rangers, they are tied for second last in the NHL in goals for right now. I'm saying that they're going to be one of the league's biggest disappointments once again.
So they went from President's Trophy
to
missing the playoffs. You think they'll miss the playoffs again?
If you can't score, you're not going to make the playoffs. And when you have 24 goals to this point in the season, like 11 games, 24 goals.
Yeah.
I'm gonna say it's easier to fix offense than fix defense. They're playing defensively good. Shesterkin is going.
Yep.
I think they're gonna make a playoffs.
I'm going to be the same with Laddie here, so I'll be out on this one. So that's 2 consecutive outs against Donnie P.
Sorry, Donnie, but like I see your point. But like for me, it's honestly they said before the season they need to fix defense. They did that. Now it's just to figure out the way how to turn a really good defense to good offense. I think they still have pieces, even though we talked about it. They lost a bunch of players. Like I cannot wrap my head around it, like how poorly that was handled. But whatever, that's done. I still think they still have a lot of pieces that they can figure out. And like I said, like Shesterkin is having a really good season so far. They have good team. I think East is wide open. Like I don't see anybody running with it. Like there is some like better teams, obviously better start, but like New Jersey or Carolina, these type of teams. But I think it's wide open, and I think they're gonna squeeze in this year.
I mean
that's fair. Like the Rangers, there's definitely a chance. I agree with you. The East is it's as wide open as it's really ever been. Yeah. I look at a team that last year, like obviously they have fixed the defense from last year, Laddie. Like you're absolutely right. Their defense last year just simply wasn't good enough. But this year, I mean, you bring in Mike Sullivan, who I think we would all agree is one of the best coaches in the NHL, and all of a sudden you're in the same spot as last year where you're looking disappointing. You're not going in really any semblance of the game. Your defense is better, but like at what point do you have to say, man, this might just not be the core?
I'm on Laddie's side about, you can always, the offense is going to come, but these guys again, and you got Shesterkin, and again, they're minus 1 or 2 in goals differential here.
Yeah, that's not very far off.
No, that tells you how good they are defensively. So
yeah, but like I agree, like they need to figure out the offense, like their power play too. Yeah. Like, dude, big mistake to trade Kreider. Huge mistake. Like I'm telling you, that guy, 30-40 goals almost every year. Stand in front of the net on a power play. A lot of goals scored because of that. Yeah, you have a 1 down year, and like you get rid of your core guys. Like I can't even talk about it. Like I was pissed off when I and I shouldn't care, right? But like the way the stuff was handled from the management was ridiculous. It basically destroyed the locker room and the relationship between management and the team. And like I don't know where they stand now, but like I don't think still like it's just like few months later you're playing new season, but I think the bad taste in your mouth is still there from what happened. Like it's just not gonna go away.
Number 3, Don.
Off to number 3. if the Jays manage to close out this World Series, I'm saying that George Springer, the Game 7 ALCS home run, will go down as a top 5 single moment in Canadian sports history.
Well, I'm going to be out again for the third straight one, Donnie.
There's got to be
Paul Henderson is still, for me, it's number one in 72. A lot of people think, the next generation think that Sidney Crosby's golden
Sidney
goal,
Crosby Olympic goal
2010. They think that that's even ahead of Henderson. For me, it's not. Donovan Bailey back in the day for Olympics in the 100 meter. Because
I was just saying, athletic, that it has to be there, right? Donovan Bailey.
Yeah, that has to be. I mean, he never won it, but even sometimes bigger than Donovan Bailey was Ben Johnson's, which got taken back as far as a sports moment goes.
That's hard for me because I'm not Canadian, but
it wouldn't be for me, and it won't even go down as baseball's top Canadian moment because that's Joe Carter.
Yeah, you're right.
I gotta be probably out because in a Canadian history, I'm thinking about Canadian history just like a Canadian national team.
Yeah.
More so sorry. But it is a huge moment. But again, I think you have more than that, guys.
Yeah.
I know a lot of people would say Kawhi's buzzer beater, obviously the bouncer there would be up there. But for me, when comparing it to a lot, that is 7th inning, you're down, you're in trouble. There's a real chance you're going to lose that game, and George Springer comes through and absolutely breaks the game for you. When I'm looking back on that, I know there's the Batista bat flip mural. That's another mural moment for Toronto for me.
It doesn't get in top 5 Canadian sports moments. It just it doesn't.
Let's say it would be a Game 7 in the World Series. You're down. It's a
maybe
walk-off home run.
Well, then
maybe.
then you're passing Carter, right? Because Carter, that's the same thing.
So I don't know. Yeah, I got to be out. Sorry,
Donnie.
Donnie, you're just cold.
maybe the next one here. Could be the next one.
I have.
Is it Thursday night football?
No.
You might like this one, laddie. The most underappreciated Oiler so far this year, Vasily Podkolzin.
Okay, I'm gonna let you want to go first.
Underappreciated.
Because you could go. I know you're leaning towards Cooley. I know that's where you're going.
He was my second choice, by the way.
You know what? I will go with Podkolzin.
Sure.
I will go with him. I like his game. When somebody like Leon Draisaitl talks about you so highly, for what you doing for that line, you can put him anywhere and he'll gonna do his job. Not really talked about enough, in my opinion. Yeah, he's not flashy with scoring goals, but he can also score. But he does so many other things, and obviously the superstar like Leon Draisaitl love to play with him. So.
Leads the team in plus minus, I think.
There you go.
I
like him.
With his father passing away, coming back.
So sad.
And when he scored that goal, that was great. Backhander.
And that was a skill play.
Sure it was.
Man, that's a really skill play.
I'm going to go into. Donnie P, you've got it. You've got us.
1 for 3. 1 for 3.
He's also tied for second in the team in 5-on-5 points. By the way,
1 goal for assists.
Nobody's talked about the fact that the only guy he's behind right now is Leon Draisaitl in 5-on-5 points. And when you're Vasily Podkolzin,
that's all you get, right? 5-on-5 basically. You're not on a peeper. He's not on a peeper.
Yeah.
He could be, maybe. I can imagine him around the net on a second peeper. He's big body, strong. You can see that he's got the goal he scored was right in front of the net from his knees. Shelf.
Yeah.
Could imagine that.
Halloween's tomorrow, gentlemen. Number 5.
I'm not even here for it.
I'm saying that the best Halloween candy is Skittles.
I'm so out on this, Donnie. The best Halloween. Yes.
Something chocolatey, Skittles.
Halloween's all about candy to me.
You got to go with a
Reese's
peanut butter cup at least, Donnie. Something like that.
Something or crispy
crunch
or whatever. These
coffee crisp.
Coffee crisp.
Wonder bars. All of them. Every little
turtles,
every mini chocolate bar goes ahead of Skittles.
Exactly.
Every one of them.
Kids are not going for Skittles.
No.
Even what what are those chocolate? Not Skittles. Smarties.
Yeah.
Smarties. I would pick Smarties over Skittles there.
I think
kids like chocolate.
I would go with the old Tootsie Rolls before Skittles on Halloween.
Donnie, you're a Skittle guy. Eh?
I love Skittles. They're awesome. And also, I've always been Halloween is candy, not chocolate. That's just my personal preference, and that's how I've always. It's about candy. It's like when I got the Sour Patch Kids at the door, when I got the Skittles at the door, when I got insert candy here.
Give me your address so I don't send my kids there.
No,
they would be like, ugh. We give out a pop too, very popular.
Do you? You do a pop?
Yeah. Pop, yeah.
Really?
Yeah. So my wife said that it was a huge hit last year.
Really?
I was
heavy in the bag though. Plus, it gets it's going to shake up. Maybe they're thirsty. Maybe they open it right away and
maybe I don't know. Like I wouldn't do it, but she thought it was a great idea. It was very popular. But chocolate bars, and don't be cheap if you can afford it.
You do the big ones.
Big
really?
ones.
I remember used to going to Daryl McDonald's house, the golf pro.
And
because he had all the full size chocolate bars, big bags of chips, but then he had champagne and wine for the parents.
Did he?
Yeah, oh yeah.
So he did it right.
Oh, he doesn't mess around.
Are you dressing up, Donnie?
For tomorrow or for like the actual going out and part of it? No, I'm not. I don't mean going out, but like going to a bar or whatever.
Are you going to a bar tomorrow night?
So tomorrow, are you dressing up?
I will not be. I don't think. No.
Okay, and when is your big night out?
Well, probably more like Saturday night after the Oilers game.
Well, is there going to be any Halloween party?
No.
Have you ever gone to the Halloween Howler?
Also, no. I'm not a Halloween guy, honestly. Never have been.
You're not a Halloween guy, but you're talking about
listen,
Skittles.
I can say what my favorite Halloween candy is and what it was as a kid, but I
did you trick or treat as a kid?
Yeah, I trick or treated as a kid, but I never I stopped. Obviously, a long time ago now, but it's looking back on it, like it was fun, but it was always like minus 30 every year, and it kind of tainted the.
Not anymore.
What was your best costume, Donnie? Probably a cowboy or something like that.
Honestly, don't remember. I don't even know.
They never had NHL Halloween parties back in the day like they do now, do they? Like
we did.
But to the extent, I mean, these guys they're hiring people to do makeup and all that stuff.
Yeah, too crazy.
Yeah. What was when you guys did that team once?
I don't know, bunch of like Bob Marley or.
You were Bob Marley?
I was Bob Marley. They couldn't even recognize me.
Probably not.
Well, I would get probably into trouble these days.
I know you would. Yeah.
But I was paying tribute to him.
That's right. See?
Yeah, exactly. That's how I look at it.
That's.
But yeah, we had some good Halloween parties, but now it's like, I think it's the wives who drive the bus now. It's like, oh, it's got to be perfect. I guess.
Mm-hmm.
But back in the day, it was more about just getting drunk. And,
We got Molly Walker coming up from the New York Post, covers the Rangers ahead of tonight's game against the Oilers at Rogers Place. It's the Kevin Carey Show with Donnie P, Josh Fenwick, Ladislav Schmid on Sports 1440, presented by Sports Select. We're also streaming on YouTube, X, Facebook, and Instagram.
You've probably heard the term supply and demand. Something is needed and someone supplies it. We're GS Construction, and we're in the supply and demand business with you. Edmonton and the surrounding area continue to grow. Infrastructure has to be continually replaced and upgraded to keep up with demand. You see it with new buildings and new roads, but what about below ground, where all sorts of pipes bring you water and take wastewater away? That's where we come in. For more on what we do, go to gsconstruction.ca.
Hi, Mike here from Northgate Chevrolet Buick GMC. I'm super excited to tell you today that we have fed over 250 families so far with our Feed 500 Families event. With that said, we are still short of our goal. We have decided to continue this on through to the end of October. With your help and your support, we can get this done. Please stop in and see us today, 13215 97th Street, or visit us online at northgategm.com.
This hockey season, before every game, check out the pregame show with Andrew Walker on Sports 1440. It's brought to you by Titan Supply, your only source for rigging, lifting, and hauling products. Visit titansupply.ca.
Prostate cancer affects 1 in 6 men in Alberta, and this November we're fighting back. Every dollar raised fuels early detection and life-saving support. Donate today for the men in our province. Visit keepitinalberta.ca to start your fundraiser or donate today.
When it comes to choosing a hair clinic, the difference is in the doctor.
I'm Dr. Vance Elliott. Transforming how you feel about yourself is a very personal experience, and I'll work directly with you every step of the way.
Physicians come from all over the world to learn from Dr. Elliott.
When your personal goal is to help other people achieve theirs, you must deeply understand the latest treatments.
Want to feel confident and comfortable? The difference is in the doctor.
I'm Dr. Vance Elliott at drvanceelliott.com.
Wendy's most important deal of the day has a fresh lineup. Pick any 2 breakfast items for $4. New 4-piece French toast sticks, bacon or sausage wrap, biscuit or English muffin sandwiches, small hot coffee, and more. Limited time only at participating Wendy's. Taxes extra.
For all things golf carts, it's the Golf Cart People. Their certified techs provide expert service from maintenance to custom upgrades. Customers can explore the sales floor for new and used Club Car, Yamaha, and E-Z-Go models. The Golf Cart People stock a wide variety of parts and accessories to keep every ride in top shape and offer convenient rentals for tournaments, weddings, and festivals. Trusted for sales, service, parts, accessories, and rentals since 1997. Visit the Golf Cart People at golfcartpeople.com, your complete golf cart solution.
This is the Kevin Karius Show on Sports 1440, a proud presentation of Sports Select.
In store or online at sportselect.com. Please play responsibly.
And time now for the Puck Report, brought to you by Fountain Tire. If you are thinking about swapping your tires out, hey, it's that time of the year, and Fountain Tire's got up to 15% off right now. It's a great time to make the switch to the winter tires. Grab a new set before the rush hits. Check them out at fountaintire.com as we welcome in Molly Walker from the New York Post, covers the Rangers. Morning, Molly. You're with Kevin Karius and the former NHLer, Ladislav Schmid. Thanks for jumping on Sports 1440 on a game day. Really appreciate it.
Of course. Thanks so much for having me, guys.
Must have just missed you yesterday down at the rink, but looking to this one tonight, man, oh man, Rangers, we got Halloween tomorrow. They're like Jekyll and Hyde at home and on the road here, Molly. What's going on?
Yeah, it's been a mixed bag. Doesn't really begin to cover it, honestly. It's been such a strange start to the season for the Rangers, but I don't think that that's necessarily a bad thing, because I think if we look at the Rangers historically in their first year under a new coach, they always kind of overachieve and they get a really big jolt under their first year and under the first year of a new head coach. So I think that it's okay that we're seeing some, growing pains here, because as we've seen with the last 2 coaching staffs, it, wasn't really built to last. So Mike Sullivan was brought in here to build something to last. So I think that they're still going through a bit of an adjustment period here for sure.
I heard some interviews before the season. They'll bring in Mike Sullivan, obviously one of the best coaches, in my opinion, in the NHL available. And the talk was about fixing the defense, not allowing as many goals. But that being said, it seems like they fixed the defense. Well, it helps how the goalies are playing. Shesterkin is having really good year, in my opinion. But the offense is not coming. Is it something that they sacrificed a little bit of offense to fix the defense, or where do they stand now? Because, for me, we just talked about it in the studio. It's easier for me to fix offense than defense. Now the defense seems to be working. Like, how do you move forward and fix the offense? Like, some guys need to step up, or is it more a system? Like, they're not used to it. Like, what is your opinion on that?
I think it's a little bit of both for sure. I think that they are still trying to figure out how to maintain that level of commitment on defense while also generating the offense, because it's, it's a demanding, Mike Sullivan is demanding on the defensive side of the puck, and that's what they're trying to do right now. And as you mentioned, it's a completely different team than what we saw last season defensively. I mean, it was pretty bad, especially at the end of last season. So that was something that they really needed to fix. But at the same time, on the other side of the coin, this is probably one of the not as deep Rangers teams as we've seen in recent memory. I feel like, they've got Taylor Radish taking reps in the top six and Connor Sherry as well. And I think that those guys are probably middle sixers, bottom sixers on most teams. So I do think that part of it is the way that they are currently constructed right now. And you got guys like Artemi Panarin, who is historically one of their biggest driving up offensive guys, having a bit of a slow start to the season here. So I think it is a bit of both sides, I think, but they're still trying to figure it out. And I feel like it is still early, and they are getting the chances. And most of the games through the first 11 here, they really are getting pretty significant chances, a lot of high danger chances, and they're just not connecting. They're just not finishing. So a bit of puck luck is involved in that as well. So it could be the case where, a bunch go in and the floodgates open, but it could also be that they're gripping their sticks a little bit because they're getting a bit frustrated now, and the construction also plays into it as well.
Molly Walker with us from the New York Post, covers the Rangers. Kevin Karius, Ladislav Schmid with you on Sports 1440. A couple of weeks ago in New York, when you watched that game, I mean, the Rangers were by far the better team. Stu Skinner stole it for the Oilers, but the best line on the ice by far, as you would have seen, Molly, was Sam Carrick, Adam Edstrom, and Matt Rempe. Rempe was hurt in that fight with Ryan Reeves, so they're no longer together. Can you give us a little update on Rempe here?
Yeah, it's looking like it's going to be a bit longer term here, more of a week-to-week basis. So that's super unfortunate, especially, I mean, you feel so bad for the kid, didn't get to go home to Calgary, and especially in this kind of new full role that he has. I think that he really gained Mike Sullivan and the rest of his coaching staff's trust. Honestly, from his very first preseason game against the Devils, I remember walking away from that game and being like, well, Matt Rempe just won over Mike Sullivan tonight. And I feel like we really saw that. He put him right on power play 2, right at the nut front, which is something that no other coach had done before. So I think that he really saw some potential in Matt Rempe, and I do think that Matt Rempe has a lot of potential. He's got the work ethic to make it happen. And he was really starting to put it all together and finally getting regular shifts here. So it was unfortunate. But yeah, I totally agree. That line is one of my favorite lines, honestly, just from the way that they play. And the construction of it, too, is hilarious. I mean, those two towering guys sandwiching Sam Carrick, who is just as feisty as you guys know, and he will back down to no one, and he plays as if he is 6'8" himself. So you got to appreciate the little things that he does, and he's already had 2 fights so far this season. So the Rangers aren't exactly missing Matt Rempe's physicality because of him.
No kidding.
Yeah, I also want to ask about Vincent Trocheck. How close he is in the returning. Like obviously, the Rangers lost some, big names, kind of character guys, leaders. So like not having Vincent Trocheck in the lineup, that's another big hole. So can you give us an update on him, please?
Yeah, it's definitely a big hit for them, especially when you look at their center depth. And I feel like they really were intent on starting Mika Zibanejad on the wing this season. But obviously with Trocheck being out, they didn't really have a choice. They had to move him back to the middle. But I think in the long term, I think that was for the better. But yeah, Trocheck, it was he is eligible to technically come off LTIR on November 1st, but it sounds like Sullivan definitely wants to get him into at least a practice or 2 before he gets back in the lineup. So definitely not returning until Rangers get back from the road trip.
Okay. Wanted to check in with a local player, just kind of been in and out of the lineup, in Matthew Robertson. Would he get the assignment tonight, or is he kind of sitting at round 7 right now for the Rangers, Molly?
Yeah, he didn't play in the last game. Sullivan kind of wanted to go with a more veteran lineup, and obviously things hadn't been working for 3 games up until that point. So, and he had probably 2 of his toughest games in those losses up until that point. But he earned every bit of that run. When Carson Soucy came back from IR, Sullivan opted to keep him in the lineup over Vakanainen and sat Vakanainen for 7 games or so. So I think that really showed a lot about where Matthew Robertson has come, because it was a long journey for him to get here, and he really didn't even sniff a look at all up until this season. And I think part of that was Zach Jones's departure. He didn't want to come back as the 7th defenseman, and Matthew Robertson was able to come into camp and seize that role. And he's been waiting a long time. He made his NHL debut in the last couple of games last season, but only after the Rangers were eliminated from playoff contention. So I think that shows just where he kind of was at in the organization at that time. But, he was patient, and, it seems like the coaching staff is really excited about his game and what he could possibly be. So I don't think he's going to play tonight. It didn't look like it from the reps at practice yesterday, but you never know. Maybe.
Laddie, did you work with him a little bit with the Oil Kings?
No, he was already
just
gone, but I met
before,
him. He came in the locker room when he was here. The coaching staff talked about it. That they had nothing but all the good things to say about him. Professional, hardworking guy, skilled guy. So hopefully he can cement himself in the lineup at some point in his career. Like, he's still a younger guy. Like, it's
still finding his way for sure.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I was gonna ask about Gavrikov. How is that addition serving the Rangers? Obviously big off-season signing. I like his game, last year's. How is this transition going into in East and playing for the Rangers?
I think that is still a work in progress. I think when you take into consideration how Adam Fox has played with Ryan Lindgren for almost a majority of his entire hockey career, let alone his professional hockey career, there's going to be an adjustment period there. And I think that when you're playing with a guy like Adam Fox, sometimes it takes a little bit to adjust to that. But I did talk to Gavrikov about it, and he talked about playing with Doughty in Los Angeles and them being similar players in that regard. But he kind of agreed with me that, it hasn't been the best start for him. But I think you can chalk that up to, the fact that the team as a whole is still kind of settling into the system as a whole. And it's still early here. So I think they're still putting it together. And Gavrikov is still settling into a new team here.
The New York Post's Molly Walker with us, Kevin Karius and Ladislav Schmid with you on Sports 1440. What do you think is going to happen with Artemi Panarin, Molly, becoming a UFA after this contract expires? Thoughts, expectations? Is he sticking around, testing the market? What do you think?
Yeah, I think a lot of it is going to depend on how this season unfolds for the Rangers. Probably for both sides, if I had to imagine. Obviously every NHL player wants to win, and I think that this season is going to tell us a lot about where the Rangers are actually at and how they're going to move forward, if they're going to go more of a rebuild route or if they're going to, keep going for the Stanley Cup and being aggressive about it. But the one thing I can first say for sure is Artemi Panarin is not going to take a discount to stay with the Rangers. That is 100% in his right with the cap rising. And he has been, he left money on the table to come to New York in the first place, passing up money from the Islanders and other teams as well. So I think that was a testament to how badly he wanted to come to the Rangers and play for the Rangers at that time. And he has delivered, especially in the regular season. I think everybody can make an argument about the playoff performances, but the Rangers don't even come close to making the playoffs without Artemi Panarin in the last few years. So he is, he was worth every penny. So I don't expect him to give the Rangers a discount for any reason.
So do you think that number would be the same, more? Would he be looking for more than his 11.6?
I think that it would depend on the term as well. Obviously he's approaching a bit of a higher age in hockey years.
yeah.
So I think that will go into the way that he's evaluated. But I mean, up until this point, he's had a pretty slow start to this season, like probably one of the worst starts in his career, honestly.
Yeah.
But up until this point, he has showed no signs of slowing down at all. So, I really do feel like a lot of it is going to be based off of where things go from here for the Rangers and for Artemi individually as well.
It's just,
I think there's gonna be plenty of suitors for him, even
Yeah.
if he's got a
yeah.
down year like guy like that. He's fun to watch. He can run your power play. That was the one thing I wanted to ask about Rangers power play. What is going on? It's been pretty ineffective. They still have a good players on it, but so what is the issue there? Like I just I would like to know. You have Adam Fox, you have Artemi Panarin.
People are asking.
Yeah, it's just mind-boggling.
No, I get it. No, I get it. It is a little mind-boggling, and I feel like when you look at this group, minus Vincent Trocheck, obviously right now, Alexis Lafreniere has been in this place, but historically, this power play has had some serious dominant stretches. But it does feel like in the last couple of years, they've lost it a little bit. And you look at the way that it's constructed and you think, how is this even humanly possible? But I think that at times they are a little bit too predictable. I feel like a big positive has been that Mika Zibanejad has connected on that one-timer a couple times so far this season, which he quite literally didn't even come close to a good portion of last season. So I think that they're still trying, I guess they're just trying to, they're snake bitten as a team as a whole right now. So I think that's just seeping into the power play as well. It's the finishing, they've hit a bunch of posts. They've gotten clean looks and they're just going wide or, somebody gets their stick in the way. So, but they have been holding the zone a lot better than they did all of last season, it feels. So, and this is the way that the Rangers have run their power play for the last few seasons is the top power play never comes off the ice. So you don't really get to mix in the second group as often, but I do really appreciate Sullivan's attempt to be at least a little bit more creative with the second group, putting Rempe on that net front. I mean, what, why wouldn't that work? Putting a man of his size in front, golf his butt at least 50% of the time, so I think it's just, the snake bitten lineup is operating in all aspects right now.
Do you think the power play is missing Chris Kreider? The first power play
Definitely.
from the net? Yeah.
Oh yeah.
That's what
oh my gosh. I mean, yeah, absolutely. He is and was such a major part of that whole unit, and he had such a fascinating philosophy about the way that he played the front of the net, and it worked for him a good portion of the time. And obviously during that 52 goal season, I mean, he was automatic with it. It felt like the Rangers power play was automatic that season. And he played a huge part of that because he would just clean up the garbage around the net all the time. So they're definitely missing, and last season I feel like was a bit of an aberration for Chris Kreider because he was hurt for so much of it. In addition to everything else extra that was going on, dynamic wise between the team and management. So I feel like it, wasn't really reflective of what his usual production is, but no doubt they are missing his offensive presence in more ways than one than just the power play.
How about you, Molly? Are you enjoying this Western Canada road trip? I guess you guys finish in Seattle, but you love coming out here, right?
I do. I really do. And I will say, I feel like every year Calgary in particular wins me over a little bit more. They're a pretty sneaky good food city.
Not Edmonton, Molly?
Yeah. No, I love Bistro Praha. We go there every single year.
That's check.
Every single year. It feels like we're sitting in somebody's living room. It is so phenomenal. We love it every year.
Did you go last night?
I walk in. Yes. I walk in I see the same people, and it's like I feel like I'm home, and they have no idea who I am, but I feel like I know them because I come and see them every year here.
Oh man, that's one of my favorite restaurants. I'm from Czech Republic, so like that, the food actually is really good.
What'd you have last night?
Oh yeah,
what'd you have, Molly?
I had spaghetti and garlic shrimp. It was delicious.
Well,
you should try some like svichkova, like traditional Czech or schnitzels or something like that, or goulash.
Yeah,
That's really good too.
The schnitzel we've had there before. It's very good.
Yeah.
Or you could just go over to Laddie's house next time and he could make you some Czech food.
The door is always open.
Yeah.
I make schnitzels.
I'd like that.
I make schnitzels. I make goulash. I make all of it.
Hey, Molly, thanks for coming on. I know Oilers are just on the ice right now. Rangers to follow. Thanks a lot for coming on. We'll see you down at the rink later tonight. Thanks
Thank you.
Of course. Thanks so much for having me, guys.
That's Molly Walker from the New York Post, covers the Rangers, and our puck report brought to you by Fountain Tire. And again, it is change over time. If you got them to get off, get them in, they'll take them off and get them on. You know what I mean, Laddie?
It's
New tires.
like it was tires. I thought we were talking about some porn movie. And get it off. Like I'm lost. I felt kind of embarrassed. Like right now, like I was blushing here.
Man,
it's like, what are you talking about?
Well, I don't know if you're going to be getting a spokesperson job at Fountain Tire anytime soon, but maybe
I love them. I just missed the first part of Fountain Tire, and then you start getting in, getting off. I'm like, Jesus Christ, Kevin! Like it's 10:40 on Thursday.
We better go to break because I'm sure the texts are going to be starting to roll in. Kevin Karius, Donnie P, Josh Fenwick, Ladislav Schmid on Sports 1440. Presented by Sports Select. We're also streaming on YouTube, X, Facebook, and Instagram.
Getting in on the sports action you want is as easy as playing at sportselect.com. Simply make your picks online, generate your QR code, and lock in your bet at your local Lotto Spot retailer. Then sit back, watch the game, grip your chair, and high-five anyone nearby. Every bet is 100% legal with the chance of winning cash in hand. Sports Select. When you're ready to play, bet on the original. Must be 18 plus to play. Play responsibly.
I'm Gene Principe for Legacy Heating and Cooling. If you need a furnace this Halloween, it'd be a grave mistake not to
Call Legacy. Call Legacy.
Need repair? Revampire your furnace. Just
Call Legacy.
Legacy has a skeleton of furnaces in stock.
Call Legacy. Call Legacy.
Plus no interest and no principal payments for 1 year when you buy with Legacy Heating and Cooling.
Diablo Boots sells only Canadian-made work and biker boots made by Canada West. No American or boots made in China, so no tariffs. All of Diablo's boots have replaceable soles and heels for longer life. Sizes 6 to 14 EEE. Buy quality, buy Canadian. And support Canada West and Diablo, the two best names in the boot business. So save on boots by Save On Foods. That's Diablo Boots, 3340 Gateway Boulevard on the east side of Save On Foods. Buy Canadian. They're terrific.
I've been job hunting for months, but I don't have the skills for the jobs I want. I've been job hunting for months, and with the help of Work First Alberta, I got hired.
Work First Alberta can help you change your story. It connects job seekers with training and resources to find meaningful employment, and it can help employers find qualified candidates. Learn how you can change your story at workfirstalberta.ca. A message from the Government of Alberta.
This is the Kevin Karius Show on Sports 1440, a proud presentation of Sports Select.
In store or online at sportselect.com. Please play responsibly.
Yes, I love Green Day. That's in my wheelhouse, Laddie.
I know.
Kind
I
of
know.
They're a little younger than me, I think.
Well,
Probably
they're in 50s.
Yeah.
We
I think,
Google it, I think, last year, right?
I think they're about 5 years younger.
Yeah.
Ballpark. To Donnie P's point, and welcome back to the big program, 1043 in Edmonton. Donnie P's point in or out about Trey Savage being about the
most
Blue Jays.
impressive.
Yes. Let me just read this for you, Vladdy, about Vladdy.
About Vladdy.
About Vladdy.
Yeah.
To Vladdy.
To Vladdy. Beautiful.
Vladimir Guerrero Jr. is the first player in Major League Baseball history with at least 25 hits, 8 home runs, and 15 RBI in a single postseason.
I'm just waiting. Just waiting. Patiently.
Okay, but I could go on and on about the amount of rookie records that Trey Savage set last night.
Donnie.
Most strikeouts by a rookie in a World Series ever. Most strikeouts for a rookie pitcher ever in postseason history. There's about 5 of them that he broke.
What
last
is it?
night.
It's one game. Vladdy does it on
he
on
had
everyday basis. I don't care.
He had a no-hitter against the Yankees.
That's fine. Again, that's 2 games or 3 games. Vladdy throughout the postseason, every game delivers.
Vladdy.
I like what Donnie P is. He's my pet peeve of a player to coach. Hey, you should have done this. Yes, but I thought that's what you just you started. Yes, but he's a yes, but guy.
Yes, but yeah.
Yes, but yeah. I know, but
as mentioned,
that's my son too. But hey, I know you love him, and he's gonna be great. But Vladdy's performance, that's like historic. Like on every single, I don't want to jinx it. I'm not gonna keep going. I'm gonna just knock on the table, leave it at that. We disagree, right, Kevin?
Yes. And Daryl texts in. What was that restaurant called again?
Which one?
Bistro.
Bistro Praha.
Yeah.
Bistro Praha. It's in downtown, heart of the city. You still didn't get me the bakery.
Well,
or donut bakery, Ukrainian or Polish. Polish was it?
Oh, the name of it.
The name of it. And you said you would?
Or was that Duke? Donnie P probably said that.
No, Donnie wasn't here. Duke and you said that you're going to find out. Still nothing.
Well, I'll work on that.
Please. Please. Somebody reach out.
The Kevin Karius Show is presented by Sports Select. Get in on the action with hockey, football, basketball. I mean, Raptors lost last night. You don't want to bet on them right now.
Is it still going on?
What?
You and Duke?
Yeah.
Thursday night.
Well, but Donnie picked tonight, so he's taking Miami plus 7.5. So he's
Where
picking.
they playing?
They're playing Baltimore.
Baltimore.
Yeah. But Donnie P's picking for Duke for the next week here.
Is Lamar back?
Lamar's back. I know.
They're my team. They bounced me in Survivor last week, so you know what? I'm saying, what the hell? I'm not betting against them again. And Duke can get mad at me all he wants. I'm sure he's probably taking.
So you're playing on his behalf.
Yes.
Oh, he's definitely gonna be mad.
Well, sure.
Did you text him?
No, he's gonna watch tomorrow morning though. from Mexico on the beach.
Oh,
somewhere.
Donnie. Oh, you just made my day. Love it.
Bet on the original at sportselect.com. It's 100% legal. You got to be 18 plus. Please play responsibly. Oilers and Rangers tonight. It is McDavid between RNH and your buddy Manji. Manjapani. Podkolzin, Draisaitl, Roslovic. I had an interview with Roslovic yesterday.
Roslovic actually is looking better and better.
On. He went through 3-4 guys on Utah on Tuesday night. Rung one off the crossbar there. Had a good chance against Montreal.
He's a good player.
He's going to start scoring here. You watch. Then Henrique, Savoy, Frederick, the 2 other forwards, Howard and Tomashik. I was going to go up to Tomashik yesterday and say, "Hey, Ladislav Schmid, a good friend of mine." Well, he
didn't.
Well, he was busy. He was doing something with his skates and his gloves.
What was he busy with?
His skates. Langer was there, and they were talking about his skates, and then he was looking at his gloves, and I was like,
Oh my God, he's blaming the equipment or what?
Well, I don't know. I mean.
Just go talk to him. He's
I know, but
I
know, but I was busy and I was around some other guys here too. Ekholm, Bouchard, Nurse, Wallman, Kulak, Emberson, and Stetcher comes in as D-man number 7. Stu Skinner gets the start tonight.
Yes, my son's going to be excited to watch it.
Skinner's 4-1-0 against the Rangers with a 180 goals against average, 941 save percentage, including that 30 save performance on October 14th.
Do you think it's going to be
you got to get
low
that
scoring?
Tonight I do, yeah. Josh, you got to get that toque from Sam. And Cam Tate has just entered into the fray. Morning, Tater.
Hello.
Hey, Tate, listen to this. So I was at the game on Tuesday. Cam Tate had a whole film crew following him around because they're going to be doing some special on Cam being in the broadcasting business for years and years. So anyway, and then she never sent me an email yet. Lisa, she's got to send me an email. Because anyway, I went to just talk to Cam. I had no idea what was going on. They said, we need you to sign a waiver to
you got to be on TV
to be into this documentary. I said, okay, I'll sign it. I'll do it. But if you use any part of me with Cam in the video, you got to airbrush Cam out of the video.
That's what you told them.
That's what I told him.
Nice.
Yeah. And Cam, you know what he told me? Oh, you.
Yeah, I cannot say it in the microphone,
Yeah.
but I agree with you.
But anyway, I thought they were doing a pretty bang. They had a big crew there. There was a lot of people. So I said,
where's it gonna be at?
Well, there'll be.
What is it?
How long? AMI.
It's a network.
Oh, it's a network.
Oh.
AMI. Okay, sorry.
Okay.
But they'll be having to produce it. They'll be putting it on in a while. But I said, man,
famous.
Well, they put makeup on him and everything yesterday. I said that,
You had makeup?
Oh yeah, he
Wow.
had makeup on. He said it gets rid of the shine. They comb the back of his hair because I always
That's
say,
sick.
Cam, you know, the back of your hair, it looks like a goose's ass. I always say, you know.
I love that one.
Yeah. So anyway, that was fun. Yeah, on Tuesday. Are they back again tonight? No, they're done. Well,
They're
okay.
done?
Anyway, Rangers tonight. So you think low scoring tonight, laddie?
That's.
I mean,
I would think like 3-2 Oilers.
I don't know. 3-2 Oilers. That's what you would say.
Low.
When I
We'll
look
see.
at,
I'm gonna be on the plane though.
are you going to watch? You're going to pay the big bucks like last time?
I might. I don't know because like last time I paid the big bucks and then for half of the flight it wasn't working. So like
That was
big bucks. You pay like I don't know like I think it was like 40 euros
Yeah.
or something like that. So you would expect flight, but they tell you as soon as you're about to pay, it's like there might be some difficulties with Wi-Fi when you fly over Greenland or whatever. So I'm like, okay, but I didn't expect half of the flight it wouldn't work. That was when it was I think Stanley Cup might have been finals actually.
Okay. Well, it was because it was maybe not finals.
Playoffs. It was
Yeah.
playoffs. Yeah, and the people were like, "What is the score? It was a playoff. What is the score?" I was like, "Oh, just like I think we are flying over Greenland or whatever."
So two people call in or texted in, Brendan and PL, calling it the Malina Bakery is the good Ukrainian bakery in Edmonton. Could be spelled Malyna, Malina Bakery.
Malina.
That's where you want your.
Well, the guy brought us but I don't know if it was Ukrainian or Polish.
That was Polish.
Okay,
Those
so
were
it has to
Polish
be
ones.
a Polish bakery.
Yeah.
So it needs to be a Polish bakery.
Yeah.
Why doesn't the guy text us?
I don't know.
It was the best. Please.
Those were those Polish donuts.
Polish donuts.
And they
filled
were
with jam.
Right, because they didn't look like a donut.
It wasn't like a donut, but like we call them donuts in
Yes.
Czech, but they're like,
that. Look at this.
Yeah, not this North American
No.
piece of crap. No, it was the normal, not normal. Like I don't know what do you call them here then? Is it donut?
No.
You can buy them in the donut
Mhm.
shops, but they're just like filled with jam. There is no hole in the middle.
Right.
It's like a whole thing and then jam and like filled with jam. It was. Do you remember? It was so fluffy. My wife keeps talking about it.
Cat Dad says I recommend the place for Lad, I think, to check out is across the street from the Royal Elks there on 111th, the hospital.
Okay.
It's called the Baltic Bakery.
Baltic?
Baltic.
Baltic.
Brendan says Baltic too. I don't know.
Baltic Bakery.
Maybe it was the
Well, it
Baltic.
could be because Baltic Sea.
This is it. Maybe the Baltic Bakery in Kingsway. That's what Brendan is saying too. Baltic Bakery.
It would make sense.
Yeah. Oh, there you go. So what time's your flight?
Baltic, 4.6 stars. It's 5:55 p.m.
And you got to pack yet?
I have to pack, but I don't have to pack much because like I wear like I leave most of my Czech national team stuff at home.
Mm-hmm.
My mom already called me what I want to eat.
Oh.
So it's a smoked ribs
now
up on arrival. And I'm going to, so I land around like 2 p.m. The drive through Prague is going to be ridiculous Friday.
For traffic.
Traffic, yeah. So it's going to probably take 2.5 hours to get home.
And all those bad drivers over there, too.
Oh, we have the best drivers. Like I always say, like I wish all the Canadians drivers would have to go through Czech. But this has I'm going to come home. I'm going to eat. And I'm going to watch a hockey game.
Okay.
With my buddy.
So you're off, you're off next week. You want Donnie P to give you a shout to do it?
Try texting me. I'll I don't know my schedule and our games in Sweden, but like give me a shout and we can hopefully figure out.
Well, that would be good.
It's a 7 hours difference because they switch time. We haven't
You're
yet.
Taking notes here, Donnie?
No, he doesn't.
Could you
I'm
imagine
taking
if
notes.
Donnie sets this up after all the times Duke's tried to get a hold of you over there? And Donnie, first time, bang.
But I honestly don't believe it. Given the fact he sent me this email.
It would be.
It would be a miracle if this gonna work.
Here's how it's gonna go. Okay, we're gonna get Laddie on, but
yeah.
But
there might be some difficulties, and I don't think it's gonna work.
Okay. Safe travels.
Thank
Maybe
you.
try to watch that game tonight. Maybe you'll have people looking over your shoulder like last time. Remember?
I hope not. I hate that. Yeah. I just want my privacy. I don't want to talk to anybody. Just want to chill. Seriously.
It's like a vacation for you. Sure, it is.
It is. The plane ride is the only time I have some time for myself.
All right. Safe travels. We'll see you in 2 weeks.
2 weeks. Have fun, guys. Okay. Be strong.
That was directed to me, but he was looking at Donnie P.
No, Donnie's awesome.
All right.
No, thanks, guys. Thanks.
Okay. See you, laddie. Have a good one, buddy. Coming up at the top of the hour, it is Fantasy Frenzy with
Former Rush T-Bird,
Connor Halley and Donnie P. 12 till 2. It's the Lowdown with Alan Mitchell. 2 till 6, the Jason Greger Show. 6 o'clock, we've got our pregame show with Andrew Walker, Donnie P., and of course, Landon Ferraro. So we got you covered all the way through. And then after the game, those three will be back with the post-game show. Fox Sports All Night. We'll be back with you tomorrow morning at 7 o'clock to wrap up the week with Big Eddie Steele. Before all that time now for a Sports 1440 update. Brought to you by AWS Welding Supplies in Nisku. Product sales, servicing, calibrating, and free same-day delivery of in-stock items to Leduc, Nisku, and South Edmonton. Your one-stop shop for all things welding, AWSwelding.ca. Hey, thanks everybody for listening this morning. Really appreciate it. So many great texts and everyone behind the Blue Jays. We'll have Blue Jays baseball on tomorrow night on Sports 1440 at 6 o'clock. We'll be back with you tomorrow at 7. Have a wonderful rest of your Thursday, everyone. Until we see you tomorrow, here is Donnie P.
This is a Sports 1440 update.
It is game day as the Oilers host the Rangers. Puck drop going just after 7 o'clock. Stuart Skinner expected to start for the Oilers, and Igor Shesterkin expected to go for New York. The Flames, they travel to Ottawa. The Jets battle the Blackhawks. The Vancouver Canucks take on St. Louis. And the Kings clash with the Red Wings. Thursday nighter sees Lamar Jackson returning to action for the Baltimore Ravens against the Dolphins. Only 4 games on the hard court tonight. The Magic are in Charlotte. The Bucks host the Warriors. It's the Thunder and Wizards. And the Heat battle the Spurs. Coming up on Sports 1440, it is Fantasy Frenzy with Connor Halley and myself. I'm Donovan Paulson. This has been your Sports 1440 update.
Sports 1440 in West Edmonton Mall and Wetaskiwin. CK